Yeah. Guys, it's been far too long, but we are back. Shout out to all the people out there who are going to watch this on the playback. Shout out to me for listening back in 1.7 speed. It is great. We do an excellent job on the podcast, y'all. I'm tooting our own horn right now. I don't care. Y'all can call it whatever y'all want. It's not about me. It's about these guys over here, and they are holding me down. Where's the horn? Do I have a horn sound? That's not the nope. That's not the horn I want. That's the sad horn. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Those are the horns we want.
Yo, he set that up, right? Gee, that was a set.
No.
He definitely set that up, man. He definitely set that up.
On my screen, it says trombone, but I forgot it was a sad trombone. So I played that one. Now this one says DJ air horn, so I threw it in there for us, man. I'm sorry. My bad, fellas. My bad. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot to talk about. I don't know how long we're going to be going. Duck, I know you like to start your episodes by eating or drinking. So what we're going to do is, there it is. All right, so what we're going to do is, oh, there's more. Oh, okay. Is that a whiskey sour? Oh, he got two. He ready. That boy ready. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Duck, you go ahead and start stuffing your face, and we're going to start with G on the ketchup. For those of you who are new to the program, when we start our episodes, we like to see how people have been doing with each other, or how people have been doing, not with each other, but how people have been doing, what's going on with them, so on and so forth. So we are going to start today with G. Let me just adjust something over here on my end. I see like a little haze around my head. Nope, wrong way. So we're going to do it like...
I thought you had something on your head. Is it black or like blue?
No, I got a navy blue thing on here.
Okay.
But I'll explain why I got to push back in a little bit on my recap. So, all right, here we go. We're going to start with G, man. Duck, you go ahead and get your grub on.
All right,
time
y'all.
for you to take your first drink. I'll cheers with you, bro, because I got a little something over here, too.
You want to do that now?
Oh, sure. Here we go. Let's kick the show off the right way then. Cheers. G, you just hold us down on how you doing, man.
Yo, all right. Usually I just have one or two things, but this month has been great for all kinds of reasons. So much so that I actually had to write them down.
Woo! Hold on, that's a praise report right there. I ain't got the shouting music, but I'm gonna get it in here. I'm gonna get the shouting music, but I'm gonna play some applause for my man because I like hearing things like that. That makes me happy. So shout out to G. All right, so here we go. Well, you know what? He didn't even say everything was good. He just said it was a lot. So I'm just assuming.
He said it was great. This month has been great, is what he said.
Oh,
so you're right. He
All
didn't
right,
say good, but
so much so, like I said, I had to write it down when I started thinking. I was like, yo, I got to come up with something other than this, that, or third. I was like, you know what? I started thinking about everything that happened this month. I was like, yo, this is dope. This probably about to be one for the books as far as a recap go. But anyway, I'm going to get into it. First one, we're going to kick it off with your boy got 2 raises. One was a AD, which is anniversary date. And then the other one is across the board. So all the state workers get this one. So that's 2 raises this month.
Dude,
okay.
He was already loaded. We talked about that a while back. You just buying new stuff, getting gun lessons.
Uh-huh.
What you doing
Yeah.
with the new extra?
Before well, Mike, you work for the state, so you know it ain't one of those, oh my God, baby, let's go ahead and order the car or whatever the case may be. It ain't
I ain't
that
trying to hear
kind of
that. It's better than what it was. My last raise across the board with the state was 0.5%, and our union dues went up 1.5%. So I lost 1% in that. So so what they got was significantly better, and I know because my wife is there. But that's what's up, man. So you got the annual joint, you got that one. That's what's up. I'm happy for you. Very
all right,
good.
so this one we didn't really tell anyone until we got the word. We got pre-approved for a home, and we're currently looking.
Okay. What's up, bro?
Okay, now that one I'm excited about. Hold on. Can I have some fun with this?
Yeah.
All right, where we looking?
Pretty much wherever we can afford to buy a house. I'm not gonna say the amount that we got approved for, but
no, I don't want to know that kind of business. I want to know.
Well, mainly we're more looking mainly South Jersey because that's where we probably get more of a home for our price range. We wanted to stay in this area, maybe like Mercer County area, but these houses.
Nah, Mercer County. Yeah, Mercer County ain't no joke. So there's no chance of y'all crossing the bridge?
No, because in order for me to do the first time homeowners thing, it has to be Jersey. Trust me, we thought about it. The one that I'm doing, HMFA, is Jersey.
Okay, so first time homeowners all across, like you can get approved in VA for sure. My thought would have been working for the state. I know that Jersey put that thing in where you gotta live in Jersey. That was like,
but there's an exception. You have to
from like 2010 or 11 or 2009. I was going into the workforce and I was like, yo, I gotta stay in Jersey if I'm gonna get a job working for
but there's ways around it. You have to, I guess, go before a committee and plead your case and whatever the case may be. So, but we're looking right now in like our area, Burlington County, whatever county is after Burlington. So it's like in the southern region, going down 295 south or 206 south.
So, but I want to, y'all both know I'm big into real estate and all that, looking at houses and trying to get my rental thing going. You do know it's a lot more. I don't know what your price range is. We said keep that to yourself. Whatever you're spending, it's a lot more bang for your buck across the bridge, right?
Yeah, but like I said, it's a whole thing of getting across and if we're even able to. So,
bro, well, I'm happy for you.
I would say don't shut off the option without exploring it.
Oh, no. If something come around, what we're looking for, because we definitely want a 3 to 4 bedroom. I definitely want 2.5 bath in this at least central air, bro. I'm tired of these AC units and trying to hurry up and towel off before you get out the bathroom so you don't start sweating. That sucks. So we definitely want central air and at least 2 bathrooms. I don't care if one is full and one is half or 2 is full, whatever the case is, but that's definitely something we're looking for.
All right. And G over there, I mean, I can't wait to see the next flex, man. I see G's little chain costs more than people big chain. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna put his business out there, nothing like that. But I know my man is getting it over there. So
all I know is I said I think it's about time for a whip. He said, "F that, we get in the house."
Yeah, I'm actually working on that.
You gotta tell me the raise wasn't that significant. Okay. Okay.
I can't wait to see what
the other, but okay.
And I'm gonna be judging them based off of the whip. Can you consult with me with the whip? Can you let me pick out the features at least, or like once you settle on which one you want, let me pick like the.
Co-workers moving to DR next year, and him and his wife aren't bringing their car, so I'm gonna buy his 2017 Passat off of him. So he's selling it for
Volkswagen.
So.
But well, you got a BMW. I would say that German maintenance, but never mind. You already used to it, so let me shut up. Mind my business. Mike, stay in your lane, bro. You don't do the German cars. You ain't in that level, so I understand. My bad, bro. My bad. I apologize.
But you the one out here that had what 4 new cars in a row?
Well, that's
we talking about you right now. You're
all I'm gonna say, and Mike's, I don't know if it's defense, just whatever. I've never had a new car. I imagine once I buy one, I ain't buying another used one. Once I hit that point in life, I'm only getting new. So
I'm not.
Maybe later on.
I've been car broke a long time ago, and I probably have been several times.
I have never bought a new car. Just to be clear, I want everybody to know that.
Okay.
Bought a new car.
Technically, no. He has never bought
new cars frequently.
Okay,
back to G. Go ahead, G.
All right, this one was already in the works. This was mentioned last year. This came via the government. My federal student loan is officially discharged.
What?
It was already got the word for it. I was just waiting for it to come off. I actually logged in because I got the email saying, "Hey, the email, you're done." I logged in, all zeros on the federal account.
Let's go! Oh, gee, let me hold something, man. Well, hold up. What's up? Whatever. Let me just get 2 months of whatever your payment used to be. Let me just hold that.
It's been in deferment for a while, so I don't even remember how much I was paying, especially during the pandemic and whatnot, because deferment. But I'm gonna tell the amount how much it was. It was $16,000. Gone. Government came in and said, "Don't worry about that. We got that." I'm like, "You sure?" They're like, "Yeah, no, we got that."
That's it.
16.
First of all, Duck, don't try to flex with your college degrees.
I'm happy. I'm happy for you, but that's lightweight shit. But I'm happy for you. You don't want to see and I don't work for the government. There's no chance of a discharge. Hate.
Yeah, that was hate. That's going to be our official hate sound. Dun dun dun. Every time I hear somebody hate.
Actually, I think my private student loans are lower than 16,000 now, but my federal.
Duck, you supposed to be eating right now. This is G's time.
I'm bad. Let me shut up. I'm you.
All right. So the next
gotta
one,
do all that.
I believe
that's more hate. Nah, that's more hate. Hold on.
I think I mentioned it last time on the show that I was going for my concealed carry. Eventually, I actually did the class last Tuesday. It's actually broken up into two parts. The class, first class. That's why we didn't record last week, because I was in that class last Tuesday for like almost 5 hours. It started at 6. I got out at 10:44. So that was the first part of the class, sitting down, going through everything. This next part, which took place last Saturday, was the shooting qualification. And he really just wanted to make sure that, let me give you a quick background on the guy. He was in the Marines. He's also a competition shooter. He does this on the side. This isn't his primary. He actually has another job. I think he's somewhere in the computer field. But he qualifies, any and everybody for the most part. He even does cops as well.
You should have called him and told him to fix this Microsoft issue that's going on. But we'll get to that later.
So, like I said, last Saturday was my shooting qualification, and I passed. So I was like, all right. The next thing was, thank you. The second part was having to pass the final open book exam. And Mike, I spoke to you about it, like how I was, anxious. He's like, yeah, no one has failed it. And the way my anxiety is set up, like, hey, bro, don't be the first one to fail.
Duck, I'm zooming in on this for a reason. Did you hear what he said? It was an open book exam, and he thought he was going to fail.
I thought he was going to fail. You don't know how to use the index in the back?
No, I was I was in the glossary section. I was all over. I even was on Google trying to get this stuff. I'm like, nah, bro. If somebody's gonna fail, it's not gonna be me. But anytime they give you an open book test, they always switch up the answers. They give you little obscure questions that's in the middle of the chapter that you don't even remember. So it was for the most part, the test was easy, but it had a good percentage of frustrating questions.
Listen, man. As long as you got it done, man. I'm happy.
Chapter for keywords.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
What was that?
Can you skim a chapter for keywords? Like you said.
Oh yeah. Like if I'm reading the question, I would go in the back of the book and look for that. If it says something about,
like the topic
holster,
of the subject.
Yeah. If it says holster, how should you carry your gun in the holster? I would go look for holster in the index, and it would direct me to what page it is, and I would read that chapter, well, not that chapter, but that page, and so. Oh, and I passed. I got my certification. I officially applied for my carry permit for Jersey on Wednesday, I believe. All my references came through. Shout out to my boy Mike. He was one of the references. I paid
sounds like a good dude.
Fee, and now I'm just waiting back for them because I'm also going to apply for my PA permit as well. I got all that paperwork loaded up, just waiting on the go ahead from Jersey.
All right, there you go. I like it, man.
And the last and final, Mike already got the text yesterday. He was trying to get me to join the gym. My doctor finally prescribed my Mounjaro, so I'm about to be the return of Slim Jorge out in these streets.
Listen, man, I'm happy for you about all of that stuff, man. Let's go ahead and give my man a round of applause. Man.
That's what's up, bro. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
All right, Duck. You want to go next? You want me to go? You want to keep eating? All right, I'll go next then. What's new with me? I kind of want this to be a topic, though. I don't want to talk about what's new with me. I don't have much going on. While a lot of people were, everything I have to say is going to lead to a topic. So I don't really have nothing new. I really don't have anything new. The one thing that's new is going to be a topic.
When it comes to me, I got a little bit of new. So we ain't gonna get into much, but I got.
Well, then let's go ahead and get to you. Then go ahead.
Can I finish the crust?
It's just all right, man. I ain't never seen nobody tight about eating crust before. I ain't gonna interfere. That man hungry. That's hungry.
When you go to the right pizza spot,
it do.
Nah, that's true. That's true. I bought home. Never mind. I can't say that. So, as far as what's new with me, man, more responsibility at work. We changed our inventory system and how things have to get signed out and all. And man, oh man, every single item leaving the building or coming back in has to get scanned in before we could do anything with, even cleaning it, like it all. So it's just a big clusterfuck at work right now. But kudos to my drivers and my team. We are working this stuff out slowly but surely. Changing people's schedules around. I'm getting overtime approved so we can get all this stuff done. I am out there like being a real manager, not just a figurehead. Like this is weird stuff. I'm writing people up for doing stuff the wrong way. I'm really enjoying this, yo. I'm doing reviews. My first time doing reviews on my own. And I'm sitting here looking. So when you do reviews with the company I'm in, you can see like the grades that they got last year. So I finished my review, hit save, and I look at what they did last year. I am a tough critic because whoever was doing the reviews last year, I think it was the guy that I actually report to, who's like our regional guy. He's really nice, or I'm really mean, or the third option is I have more insight on the individual drivers than he does.
Because for the state, when we get our E-Pars, which is our yearly review or however often it is, do you get assigned a grade, or do you actually have to write out something?
Both. So it's a scale of 1 to 4, 4 being the best, 1 being the worst. And 3 is like they are meeting all of our criteria. 4 is they are exceeding our criteria, doing excellent. 2 is needs work. 1 is this is a problem. So anything that I grade that is not a 3, I have to write why I'm saying that about these people. And let me just tell y'all, I did a lot of typing. I did a lot of typing. These guys are not going to be happy because this is a direct reflection of the amount of their raise that they're allowed to get. And I told you I've been doing a lot of write-ups. I found out that when I write somebody up officially, they don't even qualify for the raise for the year. I didn't know that when I started writing people up.
Dang, so they hate you. You better come in there with some Krispy Kreme.
They don't know yet. They're not going to find out until the end of August what the what the reviews and ratings and raises are going to be.
It's like, Mike, you done brought Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
Nah, but I've been splurging on my team. I've been buying them lunches and breakfasts and dinners and all that kind of stuff. And I got it approved. I think I'm gonna take my whole team paintballing. I'm going to schedule a day where we get coverage from another office and have nobody working. We're going to do an event like paint. Like I got approved to spend money. Like y'all already know I got a company credit card. So like I be going crazy with it. Like and they're going to have to up my limit. It's only $2,000 a month, but I be going crazy with the company card, bro. Like, so they're going to have to do something. My manager was like, Mike, anything that you feel is going to build morale and boost the team. He was like, but I don't want to reward them for not doing things well. So my mind is maybe if we reward them, they'll perform better. But my supervisor's like, no, it should be a reward for doing better. So how do I encourage these people to do stuff?
I would start with the team or the team building or the camaraderie, and then go to like almost like a reward, maybe like a month. Do y'all do like an employee of the month or anything like that?
We're not allowed to do stuff like that.
Oh, I hate the way that.
But we give away a lot of money. So every single month we do have this thing. So with every stop that these drivers do, the patient is allowed to do a survey. So we give out 4 different bonuses every month for the 4 highest people who get surveys completed, even if they're bad. Even if they're bad, is whoever gets the most surveys done gets $250. Second place is $150. Third place is $100. And fourth place is like 75 or something like that. But we give out money every single month, regardless of, how good or bad the reviews are. And then I do something special for the people who get the most positive reviews. So, or I do it based off of a percentage. So if you got 100 reviews in that month and 75 of them were positive, like you're at 75% positivity, I go out and I'll say, all right, go on Amazon and pick something that you want that's $150, and I buy it on the company card. Like I do stuff like that to encourage my guys to keep up the good work type of thing. So
y'all hire?
Actually, we are, but you ain't built for my line of work, bro. Plus, it'll be. I think. I don't know if it'll be a step down in pay.
He just called you soft, bro.
Hey, look, I'm not.
I don't know what you heard, but that's what I heard. You're not built for manual.
No, I'm not gonna be in management. I'm gonna be out there slinging medical equipment. So he's right.
All right, Duck. I think it's your time. Somebody's TV is playing through the background. I don't know whose it is though, so just letting y'all know I hear some audio in the background.
My Fire Stick not even hooked up here. It's just
all right, so Duck, the floor is yours, man. We just listening.
I don't know. It's a mixed bag. So I haven't made sales since the end of June. We're struggling. Went out dashing today with my baby. Had her in the back seat. Technical difficulties. Only got to do 2 deliveries. Made $19. That's a good ratio for the number of deliveries, not for how long I was out there. So, but
okay.
Yeah, other than
positivity, I like that.
Yeah. You gotta always look at the positive side of it, right? My team is still growing. My one agent I got, she's got some health stuff that prevents her from being consistent. I got a new chick starting on Monday that's already been in the industry, so that looks good. PR is personal recruit. So recruited a friend. She'll be starting next month. So all that's good. Like the personal life has been going well. Business not as much. Well, depends on how you look at it. Again, you got to look at the business, the positive, right? Got my first business relationship today. So the body shop is doing the repairs on my Honda, which is done as of today. I was telling the guy, yo, like I'm just done all transparent. I was like, dude, I can't even cover between the deductible and getting the gas tank back where it was. I can't drop the rental off to y'all until they release the hold on my card. So he was like, well, I give you the weekend, figure it out. Like, how's that sound? I was like, cool. And I was like, yo, this is what I do for work, so life insurance. He was like, yo, if you want to bring down business cards, we got a board, we'll display it. And if anybody asks, we get him one. Like, just leave a stack of business cards. Like, okay, bet. Everybody else that I talk to in the industry makes it sound like it's way harder to get those relationships where, like, the businesses want your cards in there to give them out. So I was like, that easy peasy, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I'll give an air horn for that. Oh, and by the way, G, I'm looking at, so we are on Patreon also right now. And Miss Cynthia is watching right now. She said congratulations to your comment. So it's not in the chat that we normally could see where I could pop it up here because she didn't click it and watch on YouTube, which she could do. She could click it and we could see the comments live. But I got an email just now saying that congratulations for you, G. So
appreciate it.
All right, sorry about that, Duck. I'm just want to make sure we represent for the people watching.
Other than that, I know I've been single for a minute, right? Went away on my retreat. One of the little chicks I've been feeling. Things are moving in a good direction. That's all I'm saying. And the retreat was great in general, aside from that, but that too was probably the highlight for me. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I can't go into too much detail, as I said earlier. So.
All right, cool. I'll behave. I'll let it slide.
I was trying to think of the perfect song to cue up in the background just for that, but I can't think of anything. So
it's cool. So, all right, guys, let's get into some topics, man. It's good that everybody is doing, being positive and doing well and all that. So, Duck, we got to work on those sales.
What you've been, how you've been leads into a topic, so you might as well go ahead and start.
I'm about to. Oh yeah, I'm about to right now.
Real quick. Actually, I want to add on the work front. That Microsoft thing impacted my job. Mike, we get leads. That's like when I see your face every time I tell you that when we talk one-on-one. The system where they drop our leads that we dial out of, it's just been down all day. Like nobody's been able to log in. So nobody was able to dial, like, unless you had preset appointments. And I just got back yesterday, so I didn't have anything. I was like, that's why I text y'all. I was like, yo, can't work today. I'm gonna just go dash to make some money. So
yeah. So actually, I wanted to ask y'all who was affected by the Microsoft outage today.
So all planes, the
not all. I'll get back to you on that. Not all. I'll get back to that though.
The young lady I'm talking to had a flight that was supposed to depart Charlotte at 8:00 last night. She was not able to board. What I'm talking about. She was not able to board. She didn't get home till 12:30 p.m. today because they canceled all. They grounded all the flights. Well, I was under the impression it was all the flights across the whole.
Delta, American Airlines, and United were grounded. There was one airline that was still going today.
Spirit? Don't tell me it was Spirit.
Well, Spirit and Southwest. And the reason is because they were the last airline to update their system. They're still operating on some old, outdated shit. Because of that, they were the only airline that was still operating today. How crazy is that?
Right. Hey, so, sometimes it's not best to go ahead and update first.
So that'll take us to a topic since we're here. I'll double back to my update, which will lead to another topic. But my question to y'all is, what's a piece of technology that you feel if it goes down, the world could be in trouble? Because this was just like Microsoft having a glitch today. I saw people saying, oh, Apple users are fine, blah, 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 blah. A lot of users were fine because my job, even though we use Outlook and all that in our emails and all, we were still up and functioning today. So I don't know, but I want to know if y'all jobs, Duck, you just said yes, your job was affected. What about you, G?
Same. My computer IT didn't come down to my office until about 3:00. I was handling some emails on my phone for whatever reason. We were able to still handle stuff on the phone. I only sent out about 4 emails, but IT didn't come down to like 3:00. So it definitely was almost like a chill day. So yeah. Other departments got let go, so I'm sitting there, waiting. Okay, they're gonna probably let us go by 12:00, maybe 1:00. Yeah,
Gee,
no.
You in person 100%, or do you work remote for this?
No, I'm 100%, but I also it's called AWP, alternate work week, because I can't work from home. I can't work from home along with other people who can't work from home. They qualify for AWP. So every other Friday I get off, but I have to go in a half hour early. I get a half hour break for 7 days. Those last 2 days leading up to my Friday being off is my regular 8:30 to 4:30. So,
okay. So you are still doing the same amount of hours. You're shortening the lunch break and starting a half hour early, which equals to the full 8-hour day, and then you get that day off. So it's not like they're just giving you a day off. They just they're just manipulating the numbers.
Also, too, if it falls on a holiday or if I take off, I have to put in 8 hours instead of 7. So I do have to use some of my benefit time. So
essentially, it ain't quite the same, but I mean, it makes it up the same way. Like the argument for 4-day work week is just make it 10-hour work day. Saves on commuting time over the course of a full week. 3-day weekend.
I'm all for either 4-day work week or 3-day weekends extended. This group gets Friday off. This other group gets Monday off. The state still works Monday through Friday, but certain groups, have that day. I would love to have a 3-day work week, man.
That's what's cool about being a supervisor. I talked to the regional guy, and we have 5 drivers that I selected, I should say, and they work 4-day work weeks. They do 4 days, Monday through Friday, and they get one of those days off, but they do 10-hour shifts. We also gave that we gave raises out when we selected those people because you are working longer days. So I usually bump people up about $1 or $2 an hour for taking on that shift. Same amount of hours worked, but you're getting paid more. So a lot of people were clamoring for it. If you could have a work week that was only 4 days, what one day of the week would you want off?
Monday. Because it felt like soon as Sunday hit, Sunday around 6:00 in the evening hit, it's almost like a wind down. It's like, okay, got to do this because tomorrow I got to go to work, got to iron the clothes. If if you're out at a cookout or hanging out, okay, I got to start winding down because work is tomorrow. Give me Monday off.
I tend to agree with that for 2 reasons. One, Monday always feels like Monday, and 2, Friday always feels like Friday. Like Friday is the day that everybody phones it in. If you're working, you're half-assing it. You're not actually committed to the job. Like you're not, you know what I mean? Like you've already checked out, started your weekend. Mondays always feel like Mondays, even when you had the previous Friday off. Like
right.
You could have had the 3-day work week and Monday still feels like Monday. But starting, Memorial Day, you start your work week on a Tuesday. That's a good start because I only got 4 days. I'm out of here.
Okay. I used to be of the mindset when we introduced these routes, we offered them to the people, and then based off of seniority, you get to pick which day of the week you want it off, right? And the last guy was like, I really hope nobody took Wednesday. And I was like, why the hell would you want a Wednesday off? But then when he broke it down, he never works more than 2 days in a row because we don't work on weekends. So he comes in Monday, Tuesday, off, Thursday, Friday, and then he's off for the weekend. And I thought that was dope because even if you have a bad day, tomorrow is your last day at the very least. That I thought was dope.
Or it's your day off.
That's what I'm saying.
You book it with the bad day. You're like, I get a day to reset anyway, so who cares?
Yep. And so I thought about it, and I think I settled on Wednesday being the best day to have off if you could select a 4-day work week. A 3-day weekend is a 3-day weekend.
And I'll tell you what else. From dashing, just to support your point, when dashing and bouncing, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the 2 slowest days for any business, period.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a day off, it should be smack dab in the middle like that Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. A good reset day right in the middle of the work week is pretty cool.
When nobody's doing anything anyway. Most of the world shuts down. So.
Mm-hmm. So the other topic that I have for y'all, and what's new with me, for the first time in over 20 years, I went to a new barber today, and that's why I'm wearing my hair like this. Normally, I have this pulled all the way up here to the eyebrows, and so I went to a new guy today. Well, I'm showing it off.
Did you go to somebody that I recommended, or did you go?
He never recommended anybody to me. He never followed up.
He gave me 2 after I told him I don't want to keep going to Trenton. He gave me 2 names to Trenton.
I'm so tight because he was like, oh, I got somebody for you. And Derek gets a complicated haircut. And so he was like, I got somebody that can handle you. Don't worry, I'll get back to you. Still haven't heard from him. So you guys know on Wednesdays I have a bowling league. And I was venting about having to find a new barber. Now, today's my first. How long has Dalir been going, Duck?
In a minute. Look at me. In a minute.
I'm roughly a month, 2 months, 3 months.
It's at least 2 months. It's been at least 2 months.
haven't had. Today was my first time having a cut since he left. And I went there his last day. So you guys can see the mustache and all that stuff. He did okay on that. But here's my critique. Right, if you look at this side, he tapered it really well. Right, you can see it's almost bald here. He fades it up. This side,
no,
he didn't taper it the same right here as he did over here. So all right, I didn't notice it while we were in there. What I did notice though, so on the corners of my mouth, it grows a little higher, like out to here. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing away. I'm sorry, hold up. It grows like out to here. And so when he did my mustache, he did it low, but he had it like the corners were way up here. Wait, hold on. The corners were here.
It's only been about a month and a half. So I texted him shortly after. I last texted him on June 3rd. I texted him a day or 2 after he finished.
Okay. All right. It feels like longer when you are used to going every other week.
It feels like 3 months, and that's why I said it's been at least 2. So
yeah. So all right. So we were wrong. But so my man does the mustache and he leaves the corner like way out here. And I'm like, yo, no, what do you know? He was like, well, I didn't know how you like the mustache. I was all right, I'm telling you to round this bad boy off like and make it go straight down. So he did it, he fixed it, but I was so focused on the mustache because that was what stood out to me immediately. I completely missed this versus this. But it's cool. Now, he offers other services there that I do like. Hair washing. You guys know I got the locks. So that was important to me. $15. And he washed the sugar honey iced tea out of my hair. I mean, and when I say that, the water looked like iced tea from him working it. He said normally he does 2 shampoos and then he does the conditioner. My man shampooed like 3 or 4 times. Like that's how bad my shit was because I haven't been to a barber and I haven't been, what I'm doing at home ain't doing it the way that the professionals do it. They got that higher power and all that stuff. And so he bodied the hair wash. I will be going back to him. I am a little nervous about taking my son over there with his complicated haircut, though. I am, but I mean, we're gonna try.
He's a gentleman, a younger guy.
He's older than me, but not much older than me. And this is the guy again. So the way he found out that I needed another barber is, he's in my bowling league, and we were bowling against his team, and next to him. We weren't bowling against him, but he was in the lane next to us, and he heard me saying like, "Yo, 20 years, my man's gone." Blah 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 blah. He was like, "Yo, Mike, you know I'm a barber, right?" And I didn't know if he meant like, I cut on the side, whatever. So then he runs out to his car in the smoke break. He brings me back a card. I said, okay, cool. So I scanned the card, and it's an app like Booksy where you can book your barber and all the different things that they offer. So I was like, all right, cool. So he comes back and he's like, all right, what you need done? And I was telling him, I said, I needed my lineup. I need my beard to be trimmed and groomed and all that stuff. And I want to get my hair washed. I said, you offered that. I said, but I don't know how to select it, because he had something on there just called the lineup. Then he had another item on there called the beard. Well, with my normal barber, if you select shape up, it includes everything on your face and neck, including the beard.
You know what else is crazy about this conversation? I just picked a regular cut, and like I figured it out when I got there. I never did shape up or anything else. I just picked adult cut. And
well, but that's part of it though, because Dalir would say with or without beard on his list.
I never selected anything other than adult cut, bro. That's what
so you were ripping him off.
He did it. No, I told you what he told me.
But you tip heavy though. But you tip heavy, so he don't care.
You pay what you weigh, like, because there was a dude in there that he was like, "You're not a regular. You come up sporadically, and you want somebody to cut you on credit. Essentially, you're not paying right away." And I was like, his main point was the dude's not a regular. I was like, I'll be here like once every other month, if even. Like, sometimes right. I've been there like literally once a quarter, 4 times in a single year. Like,
dang.
He was like, yeah, but you pay what you weigh. Like, I know what I'm getting when I accept that appointment. You okay? Cool. Like, as long as we're on the same page, nobody mad about
it. The tip is more important than the cost of the cut.
Yeah.
No matter how you try to spend it, the tip is more important than the cost of the cut. So, and this one I prepaid everything, so that way even if I wasn't happy with it, it wouldn't reflect in the tip. I even prepaid the tip. Because so in the app you can pay for it, or you can select the option cash on site. And I prepaid everything. I included a tip. It's a guy that I know. So I got offended though. I got offended because when I was asking him what to select, he was like, "Oh, just pick these 2 and don't worry about it. It'll be cheaper than if you select all 3 of the services you want." Because I wanted the lineup, I wanted the beard, and I wanted the wash. So I selected it. I paid it. I tipped heavy. And then I pulled him to the side at the bowling alley. I said, "Hey, just so you know, man, I'm not coming to you for a discount. I don't do that." I said, as a business owner myself, I can't stand. I think it's insulting when someone says, "Hey, I know you. Do I get a discount? Where's my hookup?" I said, that's not. I don't think businesses should operate that way. If you know me, I think it's more insulting to ask me for a discount because you know this is my livelihood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so you guys have heard the example all the time, like just because you know Steve Jobs don't mean you get free iPhones. Like that's an insult. You know what I'm saying? So like, why would we not treat a billionaire like that? Why are we going to treat the man making hundreds of thousands or millions a year and ask them for a discount? So, no one walks into Gucci and be like, "Oh, I'm related to Gucci. Like, let me get my discount." It don't work like that.
If they themselves take it upon themselves to hook you up, then, so be it. But as far as like, I might jokingly like, "Yo, you gonna hook me up?" But no, just like my boy, I was chasing my dog around playing with him, and I knocked a hole in my wall. So I know my boy Danny does drywalling because he works for the state. So I was like, "Hey, can anybody fix this?" I put it in 2 of the groups with 2 of the guys. I put it in the group with 2 of the guys from the state who does, stuff for the state. So I was like, "Hey, any of you guys know how to fix this?" My boy Danny popped in. "Yeah, I can fix it." I didn't ask, "Hey, can you do it for free?" I was like, "Hey, how much are your services?" I didn't say anything else other than that. He said, "Hey, just buy the spackle." I was like, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, but I'm definitely hook him up, once you get everything.
Yeah, you got to give him more. You got to pay a little heavier, to show appreciation at least. You know what I'm saying? But G, you said you went to the barber. I want to try to spotlight you again. What the hell do you get done when you go to the barber? Because you bald.
Yeah,
and you could do a baldy at home.
Nah,
you got the facial hair. I know you get that touched up.
Yeah, that get shaped up. All of this.
Don't let Mike play you, bro.
All of this. And plus, that's when I get to see my pops. So, my stepdad owns the barbershop. So. What'd you say?
They take care of your unibrow or what?
Yeah, I ain't got no unibrow, boy. You see how good these eyebrows is. Boy, these eyebrows better than some women after they get theirs done. Mine is natural, baby.
Y'all gonna have to talk. I got one of my drivers calling me, so y'all have to hold it down for a
second. But
no,
and it's funny because you guys aren't the only one that messes with me about it, because I play spades at work during my lunch break, and I'm like, yo, Fridays, y'all know I'm not available. I go to the shop. That's like, man, you don't even got no hair. I was like, bro, I go there to get shaved, and I go there to see my dad. And, still got to get the beard, whatever it is you consider that is, lined up and cleaned up, and that's really about it.
Like Mike said, I think the last time I got cut was like 2 or 3 weeks before Da cut out. So I haven't been cut since May. Matter of fact, whenever Mother's Day was. Mother's Day was the last time I got a cut at the beginning of May.
I can't go that long, bro. If I skip an appointment, this is gray under here.
I am so I don't even know if the word is nervous. I'm pissed like Mike. I'm just.
But the thing is, though,
I've gotten recommendations out here.
Yeah, the thing about us being guys and women too, our hair grow back within like a week or two. Women takes a little bit longer, but at least if they, accidentally push your hairline back, or Mike just pointed out your little side wasn't as tapered as the other side should have been, that'll be back in like a week and a half.
Y'all got me looking now. This shit is crooked. Look at this. It's just a drop.
I see it.
Oh,
I see it.
Man, try it, barber. Take a tour.
That's what I was about to say.
Duck, wait. Hold on. So, Duck, you're in the process of looking for a new barber. I'll say same for me. I'm going to go back to him again, but I'm going to be more critical of how I want it done. But, G, if your pop shop shut down, tell me about the anxiety you go through trying to select a new barber. Because this is big for men.
It is.
How long? First of all, how long have you been getting your hair cut by your barber, your current barber, G?
My dad, well, it's a combination because he owns a shop. Both my brothers were working there, so I got a pick of the three. So I could either go to their house and get it done, or go to my dad's house.
Just so you know, the normal experience, you pick one. Me and Mike have been going to Da for 20 years, literally 20 years. Both, and that's not like me rounding up, it's 20 years now. No, like Da and I talked about it this year. Da and I talked about it at the beginning of the year, like, yo, we hitting 20 years soon. Like he was like, yeah. No, I know how long I've been cutting you.
Well, that's why I'm blessed. I got to pick of 3 barbers. My dad started off obviously when we were younger. Then my little brother started cutting hair, so I was his guinea pig. And then once he started getting his stuff right, he was my main go-to barber, with my dad being like the backup. When he went away, I ain't gonna say where he went to. He was gone for a little while. That's when my brother, my stepbrother overheard him. I was like, Dad, yo, what I'm gonna do while you gone? He's like, yo, I cut hair too. I was like, oh snap, yeah. So my older stepbrother was my barber while my brother was gone. Then once he came back, I went back to my brother. So I got a pick of the 3.
You got a stepbrother?
Yeah.
Was he at the wedding?
No, and the funny thing is, he forgot. I was like, yo, babe, Dante wasn't at the wedding. He's like, yeah, he wasn't. I called him up like, bro, where you was at? He's like, yo, oh my God, I forgot. I was like,
that's your fault for getting married on New Year's, first of all, but I'm not mad at him for forgetting.
And we turned up too. One of the best New Year's I've ever had.
I should hope so. In fact, I think on behalf of your wife, I'm taking offense to you saying one of the best. What else is up there?
Oh, wait. Hold up. Where is it? That's hate.
Yes.
For real. What else?
So, have I ever met this brother, the stepbrother?
If I know you and Quick was going to the barbershop for a little while, you probably did see him. He had the locks. I think he was second to last chair.
Well, yo, Mike and
I don't know.
Time in the wilderness between when Pop stopped, because I don't know if you know, G, like our granddad was our barber at the beginning.
Yep, I remember.
So when Pop retired, did he retire or just move, or was it both? He moved. Did he retire when he moved down south?
I don't know if he retired when he moved. That's what I'm saying. He just left. He wasn't around no more.
Yeah, my man did.
Dang, he just.
But he recommended this dude. I don't know about Mike, but he was fucking up my hair. Like, y'all see where it is now. This is better than what Marvin was doing to my hairline. Legit.
Yo, we not.
This is much better than what Marvin. Like, my shit was back here.
Dang.
Like, and when I started going to Dow, my mom wanted me to keep going to Marvin because he was a preacher, and that's who Pop recommended. And Dow was like, nigga, make up your mind. Like, you either coming to me or you going to him. I can't keep fixing this shit every time you come to me.
That's precisely what made me like Dalier. If you're gonna go to other people, stay to them, because you asking me to fix what they fucked up, and it requires extra time. Mm-hmm. You got to let it grow all the way back so I can fix it and tame it and treat it the way it's supposed to be treated. Dalier held no punches, and that's what a lot of people didn't like about him. Like, somebody would get in his chair for the first time and be like, yo, your shit is fucked up. Like, that's how he would start the conversation, and he don't talk a lot.
Guy's a real one. Not for nothing. I told Doc, yo, whenever I'm down in Charlotte, and I was like, I'm a Panthers fan, so I'd be down there, not as often as I would like, but often enough. I'm coming through for a cut.
I'm finding you.
Say what's up, and I'm gonna come get my cut. So,
yep.
Damn, whoever else I'm going to, I don't care.
Level of anxiety selecting a new barber on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like, I hate this. I don't like that I have to go through this. 1 is like, it's not a big deal. Now, G, you bald. You might have a different opinion,
but
so that's why I want to know.
Hair, it definitely was. If my brother didn't, well, I had faith in my brother because they also were, my brother was a year and a half younger than me. My stepbrother's 5 or so years, but they knew what the youngest wanted. So I was like, all right, cool. I saw his work, being there, getting my cut from, my other brother. So I was like, all right, I didn't have too much of a worry. So it was a little anxiety because, like you said, you build up a rapport with one barber and then you switch. You're like, okay, you got to kind of tell them how you want it. Whereas your barber, hey, you either tell them, hey, just line up today or cut. That's all you got to say. Line up or cut my beard down a little bit lower. That's it.
So there is a comfort in having a regular guy, and he knows exactly what you mean when you walk in and say something simple like that. So what's the level of anxiety?
Walking in with
I would say half. Give me, if on a scale from 1 to 10, give me a 5.
So if you had to select a new barber, you regularly say on the show that you have high anxiety. Yeah. So if you had to select a new barber today, you only at a 5?
Yeah, because I get a bald head. How bad you can, depending on how sharp your clippers are, you can't really mess up a baldy to an extent. So I have about halfway. If I still had, my waves, boy, when I have my waves,
like you want to dance, talk about waves.
It'd be a different story. But I'm bald now, so it's not much you can do other than having like sharp clippers and kind of scratching to get my head up.
Okay, Duck, what about you?
I can't be at a full 10 only because just the age difference between me and Dalier. I've always known eventually I would need to find another barber. So like I knew the day was coming. This was I'm talking decades sooner than I expected. Mm-hmm. And I really don't like it. I don't like price point. Like it's crazy because Da told me that within the last calendar year probably that you pay what you weigh. Like, I know what I'm getting with you is cool. Like, that's expected. Like, what I was paying him is the cost of the cut before tip. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm at an 8 or a 9. I'm honestly at an 8 or a 9. And the main thing right now, there's one dude that came to the bar a while ago, cuts another one of the bouncers. I talked to him, let me see some of your work, show me his Instagram. Dude knows his stuff. My thing is, I don't want to be committed to another barber that's an hour away. You're up in Bethlehem. I do want to get to a point where I'm going every other week, where I'm full cut and then shape up on all. You know what I mean? I want to get back to what I was doing what my mom was making me do when I was in high school. So, now there's 2 that were recommended to me out here. One of them exclusively takes appointments. Apparently way more punctual than Da ever was. The whole shop only takes appointments. You also need to put a deposit. That's number one. You need to put a deposit. If you don't show up, you lose your appointment and your deposit. And the standard cost before tip, $70.
So that's one of my knocks. That was one of my knocks with Dahlia is that, yo, bro, like your pricing hasn't caught up to the times. And I was like, while I appreciate it, that's why I tipped as heavy as I did, because I was telling him, like, bro, like you just, if it's not a Supercuts, like one of those like franchise joints where they just hire anybody to go in there and do it, like real barbers are getting paid $100+ for a real cut. Now, like if you're doing hair and beard and all that stuff, it's I've seen some prices, and Dahlia, like I was telling him, like, bro, like y'all got to catch up with the times. So like y'all holding yourselves back. The market is the market.
Let me keep going and tell you about my conundrum. The other spot, the base cost is $50 without tip, which that's what I was paying Doc. I was paying Doc $50. But you know, Doc got me used to the appointment. I consider it a soft appointment. I know if I schedule it this time, I'll be in the chair within 5 to 15, maybe 20 minutes of that time I schedule it with Doc. So I'm used to knowing, you know what I mean? Like, go in, good. This spot doesn't do that. It's like back in the day before Doc was doing appointments. You go, you sit, you wait. I mean, even like I would call Doc, hey, can I come in Sunday morning for a cut? Yeah, I'll be here. Still have to go and wait. Somebody else got there before me. So it's like, you say anxiety. I'm torn between these two. I don't want to pay either, like the amount, because I'm gonna have to tip on top of it. But
how much your haircut's going for now?
Like I said, the one dude without the appointment is $50. The dude with the appointment is $70 with a $20 deposit.
Yeah,
that's all before tip. And I don't know if that's just the cut or if it includes facial hair. I don't know. I was told they're both nice. I was actually told that everybody in both of the shops are nice, but I have no idea. I'm leaning towards the dude where I just show up and get the cut eventually. But again,
yeah,
I don't have time. I never have time to just go to a shop and sit and wait like I used to back in the day. So
if you're getting to answer your question directly, G, if you're getting a full service cut, hair, shape up, beard, you should expect to pay about $75 on the open market. Now, again, if you go to a Supercuts, you're going to get, I mean, you just get a baldy in the shape up. You might be good with a Supercuts, and they only like $25, $30 to $5. So that's very different. But if you're going to a like licensed, like black, well, they all licensed. I shouldn't say it that way. If you're going to like a black barber who is doing the line, they doing the spray. This guy offers coloring for the beards. He was like, if you got some grays, you want me to take care? No, leave my 3 gray hairs in my beard alone. Don't cut. You like when you do my line, there's an amber one over here somewhere. Leave the amber one in there. I'm not like, leave my joints in there. You know what I'm saying?
To piggyback off what you're saying, like, I mean, you mentioned it about Derek. My cut ain't as complicated as Derek's, but Doc told me plenty of times my cut is not a simple one.
Because you get like this kind of mushroom look.
It's
you don't
fade
get
on the side where you keep it higher on the top, so it fades up to a higher. He's complained to me so many times. Yo, all the fucking blending I gotta do to make this happen. Like, so now I don't. Am I being charged extra for that? Like, I don't
the more complicated the cut, yeah.
I have no idea how much to expect to pay. So basically, what you're telling me is I should expect to pay $100, or at least $80, minimum $80.
With the tip, yes, absolutely.
I should expect to pay a minimum of $80.
But this guy's prices that I went to today aren't quite that high. But again, I select multiple services. I'm getting my hair washed every time I go, and he's not cutting my hair. He's just doing a lineup and making sure the beard is decent. Now, he messed up the beard a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Let me do my solo real quick. I will let y'all see the imperfection in the beard. It's not the point he put over here as opposed to in the middle. And so I was like trying to pat it up.
I mean, honestly, you can get it off by, patting it, push it up. No big deal.
Right. And that's where I was with it. It's like, I'm not going to beat him up for it. It's his first time cutting me. You know what I'm saying? My first time there.
You'll get a couple, but I would say by a good amount of time, it's like, all right, bro, you should know now.
Once we get to the fourth one, if you still fucking it up, I got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. So, all right. We got some other topics to get into. Oh, by the way, my anxiety level is a 10. And it's not from me. It's from my son. It's not from me. I just get a shape up and I get my beard trimmed. That's not complicated. You know what I mean? Now, if I were to switch my lock technician, it would be 10 plus.
Yeah, because now you got to see their work. It's a whole thing.
And their prices. So right next door to the barbershop I went to today was a braid specialist. She does braids, weave-ins, sew-ins. She does locks. She does any kind of hair extension, wigs, custom. You can bring a wig in and they'll treat it for you and all that kind of stuff. And I walked in to look at her prices. They start, I think the lowest thing on their menu was $120.
God.
The lowest thing on their menu.
You picked an expensive hairdo, Mike.
I didn't go. No. Chill.
No, I'm just
I didn't go to her.
It's a hairstyle. You picked an expensive hairstyle.
Now, here's the thing you got to remember about barbershops. Most of the barbers have to pay for their seat. There's a monthly fee for the seat.
Yep.
And then that includes however, the bigger the barbershop, the more their feet fee is because of electricity and all the amenities and all that stuff that they provide. So the girl that does my locks, she does it out of her house. So while her, if I just go there for just a retwist and no wash, it's like $70. If I want her to wash it, which I do every time I go, it's another $20 on top of that. So boom, I'm at $90 no matter what. With those people, it was just a retwist, $120.
Dang.
No tip, none of that stuff. So, going to an actual barber shop or a facility is going to cost you more just straight out the gate. There are barbers and hair technicians that come to you. You pay for them coming to you. It's usually another $25, $30 just for them coming to you if you're in the local area. Now, the girl that does my locks will fly to Florida or wherever, but you got to pay for all of that stuff if you want her services. They're that good, and it's worth it. So as the guy is washing my hair, he also has locks. He was like, yo, your locks are perfect. Because what I was telling him was I counted my locks, and I don't have quite 100. I think I'm at like 97 or something like that. So I wanted to pay someone to untwist 2 or 3 of my locks to make it so that I have 100 even. He was like, yo, I was looking at your locks in comparison to mine. I think mine are too thin. He was like, yours are perfect. He said, I've seen some people with too thick. I've seen people like mine. I think they're too thin. He was like, your girl did yours perfect. He was like, I wouldn't do what you're saying to do because now you're going to end up with 6 random thin locks.
He was like, now, even before you said that, I was like, I know how you are, man, with symmetry. And, you know, now you get 100 to make it even, but now you got... you got small little locks, like man, little short ones.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, can I hide that 6% in the middle of them all? You know what I'm saying? But he was like, Mike, I wouldn't do it if I were you. No one's walking around counting them. He was like, that's something that's mental. Is with you. He was like, I'm not telling you not to do it. He was like, but because you got to pay to get them to take it out. They can actually untwist a lock and split it. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought in order to get rid of locks, you just had to cut them.
I thought so too back in the day. Like, hey, you want to get these out? Okay, you got to shave it all out.
I called around the different shops, and the lowest price I found to get your hair untwisted was $600. Because they have to sit there, the lowest, because they have to sit there and undo it. They have to start at the very tip and undo the entire lock. That takes hours to do.
Bro,
it takes hours to do.
I would rather just get a haircut, shave it all off, and I'll just start from there.
I'd shave it all off before if I wanted to get rid of them.
I'm 4 years in. It's not that simple. I'm 4 years in.
Bro, you would if you
it's only been 4 years? Are you sure?
I feel like it's been longer.
I feel like it's been at least 6.
Hold on, let me check.
I called you crazy when you said you was gonna do it.
I did too.
So y'all might be thinking, wait, hold on. Y'all might be confusing when I got it grown out to the first time I got it twisted. So you have to let it grow for a year or so. You know what I'm saying? So it's long enough to even start twisting. Like Duck's hair.
You did look wild for a minute.
Yes, I bought a bunch of visors so I could have the puff out on top, remember? And then I had to start doing the knots. I had to get the little sponge thing to make it twist, like what Duck was doing on a couple of shows. That thing, you know what I'm talking about? The sponge thing, that right there. You start with that, and even that right there, when you go to lock, like when you start using that, that takes a very long time to do as well. Like you got to do that for months and months and months. I'm going through my IG because I do have the first time I got my first twist done. I'm going to look at the date on that picture, and I'll let y'all know exactly how long it's been. But it's going to take me a while to scroll through and see it all. But yeah, so, you know, like I thought about doing it. I don't know if I'm going to do it, like get the things taken out and start it all.
If it was messy or uneven, like how you see some people, like Jamaicans, for an example, I was told that the nattier and the messier it is, the more you're, I guess, being genuine, not genuine, but the more, for lack of a better word, somewhere around that way, genuine, or it's that's how they do it. If it was something like that, natted and unkept, or you know, uneven, then yeah, I would just say, Mike, go ahead and just shave it off and start over.
All right, I might be wrong. So my first twist says January 4th. Oh, that's my mom's birthday, 2019.
Okay.
5 years. I was off by a year. I apologize. I was off by a year. My bad.
I knew it was at least 5.
I definitely was confusing it for when you started growing it out versus when you first got it.
Right. No, that makes perfect sense. I knew it was at least 5 years, and I said I feel like it's been 6. He said he needed a year to grow it out. So
I think that. Oh wait, was that my first one? Hold on. Let me see. I'm still scrolling, just trying to double check. Cause yeah, that was it. Okay, nope. November 17th was the first day I got it twisted. November 17th, 2018. So here's the, I don't know if y'all can see it. I started with the puff. Let me see if I can go solo. It might not work because I got a green screen. I'm going to try it, though. I started with the puff. And then she twisted. That was the first day right there.
My man looked crazy at the top.
Yo, I'm about to say, you look like you weigh a lot in that picture, bro.
Because so the other thing I was doing was letting the beard grow. I thought it made my hair look worse with a low beard and a lot of hair up top. I thought it looked weird. So that was my first day right there. That was it. All right. So I was wrong. I'm okay with that. But yeah, so that proves my point even more. You talking about I would rather just cut it and start it all over. Nah. Because my joint now is like to the middle of my back. Like I got some length. Like my joints is nice, bro. Like these joints, you can't see it. I'm pulling around the corner, but that's past my nipple right there, bro. Like these joints is all right, bro. Like,
oh my God.
Do you have the patience to sit there however long it takes to get all of
absolutely.
that?
I fall asleep. I was falling asleep while he was washing my hair today. I'll fall asleep and wake up when it's done. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, he's
all right. So
at that stage in life, bro, I just fall asleep like an old man.
We got another. What's good, fellas? Hope y'all are doing well. What's good with the chat? Ben, what's going on, man? He says, well, you guys stay awesome. About to close this kitchen. Cheers. All right, man. Working hard. Salute to you, and I will take a sip to your cheers, bro.
Cheers, my friend.
Well, I already drank mine, but
there you go. We got some topics to discuss, fellas, man. Y'all want to start with Donald Trump assassination attempt?
Yeah, let's get it.
Jump into it.
Okay, I need to know how much of this y'all have actually seen and watched or heard clips of or anything, because I got a lot of info.
All of it I've heard. Even my coworker was talking to me about it. We've been discussing it. So I feel like I pretty much heard it all.
Duck, have you watched any of the videos about the assassination attempt? Nothing, not a single one.
I Googled after that. I've seen like headlines. That's the most I've done. And then whatever y'all said, I don't even know who was saying what, but in the guys' group chat, I caught up.
Okay. So when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening in 2024. Like, what's going on with the Secret Service?
Yeah, I don't care for Trump, but it was like, this is wild.
Let's get this out the way.
Even for all the shootings we have, that's insane. An actual assassination attempt on a candidate?
Even candidate, former president, don't matter. So let's get this out the way.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about either Trump or Biden, I don't think any of us want to see them assassinated. That's fucking crazy.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yep.
That is fucking insane. That's an extreme that I don't want to see. Like, I don't want anybody who has never met me to not like me so much that they feel like I need to be dead.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy. And if people realize
a lot of crazy stuff, but I ain't trying to kill him, man. I've never felt like he needs to be murdered or I should take it in my own hands and kill him.
All right, so let's try to do this in an organized way. I want to get everybody's individual thoughts. I'm going to take myself off of the big screen. Who wants to go first? I want to know, and I'm not exaggerating. I just want to know your thoughts on the whole situation. You can say whatever you want.
Well, when I first heard about it, it was Saturday. My mother-in-law said, "Hey," I was half listening, so I assumed that she said, "Hey, there was a shooting at the rally." I thought that it was between, the attendees and nothing more. And I was like, okay, whatever. Sometimes those places can probably get a little crazy. It's not until I started going through my social media feed Sunday on the way to the beach where I found out that he was the intended target. And I was just, like Mike said, wow, in 2024. But I also felt like everything that, was thrown at Trump, trying to get him to get out of the race, throwing up, allegations with the porn star, with this going on, that going on. And I was like, all right, well, they couldn't get him with that. So the next logical step, they're probably going to try to take him out. And lo and behold, however many months after I had that thought, it actually almost happened. So definitely glad he survived. And it's crazy that people were on their actual social media pages saying, wow, too bad he missed, and people were losing their jobs. But I'm like, at the end of the day, regardless how you feel about the individual, he is a former president, and you probably should not be speaking that way on.
Yo, I'm sorry. Continue. Continue.
Oh no, that was where I was leaving it.
Because you point out former president, not like you shouldn't be wanting to. You should, like Mike said, you shouldn't hate somebody, especially somebody you've never met, so much that you want to kill them. Y'all know I don't care for my daughter's mom, right? To the point where a conversation that we had on the pod a couple episodes ago, I told y'all I'm not stepping in to help. I'm making sure what are y'all exposing my daughter to, whatever. If her life is in danger, ain't got shit to do with me. I ain't stopping it. But I'm also not the one trying to kill her. I would never do that. For as much as I dislike that woman. Or just, I won't even say dislike, I just don't care for her at all. Like, same thing with Trump. I actually dislike him for a lot of reasons. But I'm trying to kill him. I don't think he needs to be killed. I just think common sense should take place. Don't put him in office. That said, I also don't think Biden should be in office. But don't kill either of these jokers. That's insane to me. So no, I saw it Saturday. I think I was driving when it happened because before the retreat, my boss, the owner of my organization, did a thing at his house for all of leadership, all the managers. So I was driving to that when it happened, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh crap, this is real." My dad had no idea. He's usually the one that tells me about all that stuff. He said he thought something and thought it was a hoax, and I was like, "No, that was very real. They tried to kill him." So thoughts? I really don't have any. Like, I'm surprised that it happened, but I know that Trump incites a lot of emotions on both ends of the spectrum. So I'm also not too surprised that there was a radical that felt the emotion on this end of the spectrum and said, something's got to happen. That said, too, wasn't a young dude? Was a young dude, right?
Yeah, he was 19 to 20 years old.
He was like 20. He was like 20 or 21. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another. So that whole generation. They're growing up, and maybe it might be stereotype, but the stuff they're growing up on, where like for us, Columbine was jarring, right? 9/11 was wild. All the school shootings, we still looked at the most recent two I'm remembering, Texas and was it Michigan or Missouri? The trans person that they never cared. care for me. Like, you were in kindergarten. You said care for me. But whatever, like, I feel like for all three of us, all of these school shootings, mass shooting events, the shit in Buffalo, I don't remember the state, but the kid that crossed the state lines at like 18, 19 years old to shoot her leg. All of that was
Kyle Rittenhouse.
We're desensitized for a bit, but it was still like, dang, this is not normal life for the way we were raised. You know what I mean? I think you talk to a 19, 20-year-old, 21, whatever he was, this is normal life. Columbine happened in 90 what?
Late night? No.
Like it was the late 90s. A 20-year-old wouldn't even have been alive. Fast forward to how much more, and I keep referencing Columbine because that's the first like, dang.
That happened in 99, by the way. That happened
that's the first like eye-opening damn event during my lifetime that I remember is Columbine. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep referencing that. If you're telling me about somebody that's 19 to 21 years old, they were born after 9/11, which was another moment in my life. So, like, they're desensitized to this shit. The stuff that we grew up and was damn for us, that was in history books for them. They think nothing of it.
Mm-hmm. They didn't get the
fucking video game. All of it is GTA to them. That's really what I think. A lot, like real life is GTA to them, to a lot of these kids.
Before I share my thoughts, I want to open the floor back up to you guys to get off any other thoughts that y'all have in this.
Again, I'm glad, I'm glad he's fine. The illustration that they showed where the shooter intended to hit, it was supposed to be somewhere around here and go out the back of his head. That was his plan. And then they showed what happened when his head just did that slight turn and just grazed his ear. It was like if he didn't turn his head, it would have went through somewhere on the side of his face, out the back of his head. And, but yeah, just like, wow, we really are living in a time where they're literally taking shots at political figures. So I'm glad he survived. I'm glad, his family. I know this is probably messing with him mentally and with his family, but I'm glad, that he survived and the family doesn't have to put him in the ground. So shout out to him. God definitely was on his side.
So glad you just.
What'd you say, Mike?
No, go ahead, Doug.
I would like to also add that Jesus said we're living in the time where they're taking shots for the figures. It's not like it hasn't happened in the past, right? Like we again, it's crazy. I'm gonna say this because I just said like certain events that we lived, or at least like were aware of growing up, their history books for these kids. Our history books were, Martin Luther King assassination, Kennedy assassination,
Reagan assassination,
Abraham Lincoln. So you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's the first time it's happened, but it's still very surreal, I think is the word that I want to use, to see it happening during our life.
So the last president that was attempted to be killed was Ronald Reagan. That happened in 1981. It was a guy that was trying to impress Jodie Foster, a younger actress at the time.
I did not realize that was that recent. I didn't realize that was 1981.
You're saying recent. None of us were alive at that time. So just the way you're talking about these.
You
don't consider stuff that happened before you were born to be recent? I think.
Oh no, I do. But I was drawing
it happened in the same decade I was born. It was recent. Honestly, if it happened within 15, 20 years of me being born, I feel like it was recent.
Well, no, I only said that to draw the comparison to you saying that 9/11, that kid wasn't even alive. I was only saying that to draw that comparison.
My bad. Yes.
But with that said, I did a lot of research afterwards. I like what you said, where I imagine that it's really messing with his mental and all that stuff, and I couldn't disagree with that take more. Duck, you said that your dad said he thought it was a hoax, and you shot that down immediately. I couldn't disagree with that more. I think this was all fake. And I know this is going to. I think this was an orchestrated. I think that this was planned. Obviously, an assassination attempt was planned, but So
it crossed my mind and it's been in the back of my mind the whole time. That's all I'm saying. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's cool. So there's a lot of contributing factors to it. So here's my first contributing factor. So the night it happened, I was obsessed with just absorbing as much about this as possible. So my first initial response was, I can't believe this is happening. This is bullshit. It shouldn't be happening. Period. We already said that regardless of how you feel about either of these political candidates, this is not the answer. I'm going to say this cheesy ass statement, but it's true. You don't defeat them with bullets. You defeat them with ballots. Go out and fucking vote. It's that simple, right? Like I don't care where you lie. If you hate,
real quick, that's the business they're in. That's the profession they're in. Do the best to spurn the voters to come out and vote for you.
Right.
So yes.
Right. So even if you're a Republican that doesn't like Trump as the candidate or the nominee, just vote against him if he ends up being the guy that's selected, right? But whatever. So flash forward, I'm trying to absorb as much of this as possible, and I'm clicking on every link I could find. I'm watching it over and over. I purposely watched CNN, then I changed to Fox News because I knew Fox News was going to show something different. So I started on CNN, and I'm watching the recap, and they show him grab his ear, and he stands back up, and he's doing this, and I could see that he is mouthing the word fight on CNN, but they cut that portion of the audio out. And when I say that portion, when I was watching it, you're listening to him talk, and he's looking to the side, and he's doing this, and he's looking to the side, and you see him grab his ear, and then they say, get down, get down. The microphones are live. You can hear the Secret Service saying, get down, get down, get down, right? Then they all huddle around him, and the Secret Service surrounds him, and then they point to the guy in front in the direction of the truck that they want to put him in, and he says, okay, on your count, on your count, we're going to get him up, and we're going to get him to the truck. The guy says, okay, I'm ready. He's like, 1, 2, 3. He doesn't get up. They say it again. 1, 2, 3. He doesn't get up. So when they finally do get him up, the microphone is live, and Trump says, wait, let me get my shoes.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. I swear to God, I'm not making this up at all.
No, my coworker told me all of that.
Let me be clear. Nothing I am about to say is speculation or made up. I am telling you exactly what happens. I'll tell you when the speculation part starts. So he's talking. He grabs his ear. They say, get down, get down, get down. He gets down, and then it's 1, 2, 3, failed. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, failed. And then they finally get him up. Wait. All right, Mr. President, we got to go. We got to go. Wait, let me get my shoes. Microphone is live. Okay? He's up. He's standing up. He's got the red on his ear, a little bit on his face. And he says, wait, let me get my shoes. They're like, no, we got to get you there. They slowed down and stopped, let him get his shoes. And as he's walking, he puts his fist in the air. Again, I'm watching CNN first. And he's saying, that's when they mute it out. They mute out the word fight on CNN. And it's easy to read his lips. I can tell that he's saying fight. And I said to my wife right away, what? They're blanking out the word fight for a reason. And I said this live, like real time. I said, because it's Republican versus Democrat, he's saying fight. CNN, which is leans Democratic in views and perspective.
Incited one riot, major.
Exactly. So CNN was doing damage control by not airing the word fight. They don't want to start a war here between the parties. So I said, okay, that's responsibility. I see what they're doing. Okay. Then while watching CNN, I noticed as they're getting him to the truck, the people in front of him. So at that point, those guys know, hey, we are human shields. Get high, keep his head down, get him in the van. I've seen this happen time and time again.
Because we've seen that plenty of times.
They didn't do that.
Movies, we've seen that plenty of times.
They didn't do that. They actually, the two people in front of him were down and brushing down his shirt so he could stand up straight. That's never happened. I've never seen that happen before. What happened to building the shield and wall around him and pushing his head down and getting him in the truck? So, all right, now some red flags are going off. So I switch over to Fox News. Fox News doesn't cut the fight part. So now I got confirmation he was saying fight, fight, fight. Dopest picture I've seen of Donald Trump ever. I'm not going to lie to y'all, that with the fist in the air, surrounded by people, the blood on the face and all that stuff, I'm getting chills just even talking about it. Hate him, love him, whatever. It was a powerful photo that was captured.
He knew what he was doing.
Okay, so it started with "Let me get my shoes." I'm sorry, no, it started with 1, 2, 3, let's go. Trump wasn't ready to go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Trump wasn't ready to go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. He's ready to go. Oh wait, let me get my shoes. Okay, those are 2 red flags. Third red flag for me was him standing up and they brushed down his shirt to like take the creases out almost, like they knew the photo was coming. Hand in the air, fist in the air, blood on the face. Very powerful picture. I've seen this picture everywhere. Then they finally get him to the car. Okay, I switch over. They blank out the fight. They show the fight chants on there. You hear the crowd saying, USA, USA, US. Cool, rallying cry. It's like 9/11. The United States has never been more united than after 9/11. American flags sold out to the point that they had to literally ship them in from China to sell American flags. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
They sold out everywhere in the entire country that they had to mass produce them in China and sell them here. Okay.
Real quick. I was only in 6th grade when that happened. I did not purchase an American flag.
I did. I got one for my car antenna. Like I remember that very well.
The age difference between us made me feel like a baby.
I was just about to say, Jack, I
wasn't considering a car.
To be clear, I was still catching the bus to work that day. The day of 9/11, I was catching the bus to work, and I was watching it live on TV when the second plane hit. Me and James were on the phone, and we thought it was a replay. It's like, yo, look at this shit. They just showed an instant replay. How'd they catch that on camera? And then we were watching it live on the phone with each other, and they were like, the second tower has just been hit, guys. We're officially under attack. It's like, oh, shit. Like, shit just got real. So, anyway, get back to the Trump thing. So they get him in the car, the fight thing and all that stuff happens. Then we come to see the angle with him turning his head and all that stuff, where what it would have been if it was a bullet versus whatever. Then all these reports come out saying that it wasn't a bullet that actually hit his ear. It was glass from the teleprompter in front of him. So now, when I said I was going to discern between speculation and fact. This is speculation. The speculation is that it's glass. I've seen this on both CNN and Fox saying that they think it was glass. So cool. All right. But the red flags are still up now. And I'm not Mr. This is a hoax. This is a hoax. I hate that I even think that way. The very next day, do y'all know what Trump was doing? And this goes to G's point with it's got to be affecting him mentally. This motherfucker was back on the golf course, waving to people, not surrounded by Secret Service when teeing off. None of that stuff. None of it.
Nah, yeah, no. Not within 24. Yo, he should still be surrounded by Secret Service 24/7 after that. Right now.
He was on a golf course. And I don't know if y'all know this. This happened on a Saturday night. He was supposed to be going to the UFC fight after that. He wanted to go to the UFC fight, and they told him no. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been near gunfire or been shot at, but if you've ever been shot at or towards, you are cautious of where you move, how you move, and all that. If someone just attempted to assassinate you, you're not just going out in public in 24 hours like it's nothing. You're definitely not going out that same night, mere hours later, in a massive crowd. Your mindset is, I gotta lay low, I gotta switch vehicles, whatever it is that you gotta switch shit up so people that were looking for you because it was unsuccessful are still coming for you unless you got them. Okay, now let me get to the part where you got them, because they say that the kid got killed and there was someone in the audience that got killed, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going back and forth mentally, like this can't be staged. Like, come on, like it feels staged, but it can't be staged because they killed the kid and there was somebody in the audience reportedly killed. Later that night, between Saturday and Sunday, a video shows up online with people recording and telling police officers, hey, there's a guy on the roof pointing a gun in Trump's direction. Mm-hmm. This was a 3-minute long video. They are telling police officers at this rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, there's a guy on the roof pointing a gun at Trump. The cops don't go over there. They don't say anything to him. By the way, he was only 150 yards away. We're all football fans.
I'm sorry. This took place where?
Butler, Pennsylvania. It's 5 hours from where I live.
This was in PA, though.
Yeah.
Butler, Pennsylvania.
I didn't know that. I thought nothing of looking up the location. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was probably, if it's 5 hours from you, I was in Lebanon. I was probably much closer than you.
Yeah. Duck, you've been to football games before. G, I don't know if you've ever been to an actual football game.
To Carolina that one year.
Oh, yeah. He went.
Okay.
2010.
If you sit behind the goalpost of an end zone to the end of the other goalpost, so if you're in the stands right behind the goalpost to the end of where the other goalpost is, that's 150 yards. That's not far at all.
No.
The fact that shooter was that close and missed says something. That says something. And they say that he got off at least 5 shots. Okay. I'm in my conspiracy theory bag now. I'm definitely in my conspiracy theory bag. Okay? Trump at the golf course didn't have anything on his ear covering the scars or the marks. But during the RNC convention 2 nights ago, he had this big white bandage on his ears. Did he forget we just saw him the day after?
Yeah.
Did he forget that we saw him on the golf course 24 hours later with nothing on either one of his ears?
Am I the only one that's never felt like Trump is anywhere near as smart as he thinks he is?
It's not about smart, Duck. If you've ever been shot at, never mind. You don't even have to be shot at. Just
I haven't been shot at. I've stared down the barrel of a gun. You know this. Trigger pulled, right? I'm still here. But I've never been shot at. It's traumatizing. Just
yes.
My experience has been traumatizing in both instances, right?
Now, I don't know that. Go ahead. You finish. Go ahead.
I'm just trying, you're right. Though you move very different immediately after. To this day, things up. To this day, I still move differently as a result of that very first incident. So you're right.
Okay.
You're right. That's all I'm saying.
Now, let me say, as Donald Trump was the president, I can't say that this is the first attempt on his life that he knows about. For all I know, for him, this could be part of the course, right? Because not every
makes the news, I guess.
Not everything makes the news. We've heard about, they pulled over this truck that was planning on blowing up this bridge. It's like, how'd they get that information, right? So there could have been other foiled attempts on his life during his presidency where he feels like, hey, this is just another day doing what I do. So let me not act like there's not some down portion of it, but let me get my shoes is standing out immensely in my brain. So here's what I settled on. Between all of that information, the white patch on the ear 5 days later, but not the next day, and then seeing a bunch of Republican people with white patches on their ear with Trump written on it now, like that's a thing.
Solidarity.
Yes. So I went back and I looked up Ronald Reagan's assassination attempt in 1981. Ronald Reagan's approval rating shot up over 10% after the failed assassination attempt on him. What do y'all think happened to Donald Trump's approval rating?
Of course.
You got to say it.
Same thing.
At least
he's a fucking national hero. For the first time since he's been president, I have felt remorse and sympathy for Donald Trump. Me, Duck, just admitted the same thing. And he said, I've got tons of reasons to not like this guy. Me, Duck, have felt sympathy and remorse for what he allegedly went through. Bro, he just secured the election.
He did. And
in my mind, he secured.
I've been saying that from that day. Yeah.
Just that picture alone won him the election.
At this point, there's no surprises. We know what this is. I'll put it like this. The thought that I've had is that because growing up and especially once you become election age, the one thing they try to convince you of consistently is that your vote matters, it counts. But the Electoral College would definitely it's always made me think otherwise. I've never, ahead of an election, gone in more sure my vote don't count for shit.
Yeah,
there's nothing. The assassination attempt does not change that I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump. I'm cool with saying that here on the pod. I don't give a fuck. I don't think Biden should be president. I would like to not vote for him either. But what's my option? So
you got three. You got three options: Biden,
nope,
Trump, or I think it's FDR Jr., whatever the case may be.
And not for nothing, I wanted to write in my man Bernie 4 years ago. So,
well, there is another option that may be presented very soon, guys, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And we're not a political camp. It's not.
I said FDR.
Biden might drop out, which would open.
Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Well,
y'all know y'all know I'm voting for Kay Harris. Let's be clear. And I don't know. Kamala's sort of bad for her, so.
No, ain't no sorta. She bad. But hear me out. So people have been talking about before the assassination attempt, and they had their debate, and we've seen all the snafus of current President Biden falling up steps and forgetting his words, and he called Kamala Harris Donald Trump. I wouldn't have selected Trump as my vice president if I didn't think that she was capable of blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just all kinds. And then he goes out the next day and does damage control. I'm so focused on beating Trump, I called Kamala Trump, blah, blah, blah.
Remember we were talking, sorry to interrupt, that we was talking about funny moments of the week. Now, you just jogged one of the funny moments of the week. It actually has to do with Trump calling his, somebody in his cabinet of importance. He said, yeah, I elected that black guy. Yo, my coworker told me that. I bust out laughing. I think that was the laugh of the week for me. But he was like, yeah,
if you could find the clip, send it to me. If you could find the clip, send it to me. We'll play it on the air. But so here's the third option, Duck, or fourth, maybe, depending on how you look at it, right? Everyone's talking about cognitive issues with current President Biden, his age and all that. He's not going to live another 4 years, blah, 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 right? He's lying about, I take cognitive tests every day. And in that same exact, not even a full 80 seconds later, he says, why would I have to take a cognitive test? I'm fine. So you just can't trust shit that he's saying. All right. He's not there mentally. He's a figurehead. He's a puppet. Most presidents are, by the way. They don't write their bills. They just sign off on them and all that shit. But aside from that, about a year, 2 years ago, he said the only way I wouldn't continue to run for president or re-election is if I got sick. Right? So Trump does this whole thing with the shooting. Ratings go up. Approval ratings go up. More support. Blah, 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 blah. Anybody who was thinking about, Trump's got this in the bag, I don't need to go and vote, is now saying, we're definitely going to go and vote for him now. Right? So he got the people that were sitting on the couch still pulling for him to guarantee they're going to go out and vote now. That's going to boost numbers by a couple million easily. Now,
people that didn't vote for him 4 years ago, basically, that thought that he
was yes, that thought he was going to get it and who were all upset and ready to march on Washington. Right? So now they're all good. Definitely
not ready. They did it.
Right. Well, so hear me out. So now they pull this clip of Biden saying the only way I wouldn't run for re-election is if I was sick. Do you know that less than 48 hours later,
COVID.
Biden tweeted out, I'm sick.
Wow.
And it's all of a sudden he got COVID. Bitch, I haven't heard about COVID in how long? Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me.
Chill. One of my coworkers' parents just had COVID a couple weeks ago. And he's still out and about. It's still out there.
Yeah, it's still out there.
But COVID today ain't the COVID of 4 years ago.
I was about to say, I will say, I didn't make it a point to mention that to anybody. I only asked her about it once, and even she was like, it's just a COVID. They're fine.
That's right. Yeah. He's right. He called the Ukrainian president Vladimir Putin recently. That's right. I was so focused on defeating Putin. That's what he would say. Yeah. That's right. You're right, Ice. Good correction there. Good correction. But my point still stands as all of a sudden, now the Democrats got to do something. I don't want to vote for Biden. I don't want to vote for Trump. Right? I'll be completely honest with y'all. I
don't want to vote for Biden. I'm not going to vote for Trump. Slight difference in what you said. That's all I'm saying.
I was cool with just sitting this one out and letting the people decide. But if
closest I've ever been to that since Hillary and Trump, this is the closest I've ever been to wanting to sit it out.
But hear me out. If Biden steps down, my mind can be changed. I won't say for certain because I got to know who it is. But if Biden steps down, my mind can be changed. We got about 2 weeks left for them to make that decision. They got about 2 weeks left for them to make that decision. All right, let's get off of the politics and all that stuff. I do think that it was a hoax. I do think it was organized. They were like, oh, well, someone died, so how can you say it was fake? Rest in peace to whoever passed away. But by the way, it's called a casualty of war. This is a business. It's a big business. You know what I'm saying? When Pfizer puts out a new drug, wait. Hold on. Let me finish this real quick. When Pfizer puts out a new drug, right? They do tests on all these drugs, and there are hundreds of case studies where people pass away, and they find out what the symptoms and all that shit are. That's why you hear the long ass. If you're taking this drug and you feel any signs of depression and suicidal thoughts, blah, 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 that's why you hear all that shit, because they've done so many case studies. That is a cost of business. That is a calculated risk and assessment. And for only 2 people to die to guarantee that you get elected, they chalk that up as a win. So
cost, honestly,
this very much could be a hoax. I'm not saying that it is.
Bad, but it's a pretty light cost.
Yeah, it is. You are talking about less than a millionth of a percent when you're looking at the whole grand scheme of things. So, I mean, it is what it is. Duck, what was you wanted to say something, and I said, hold on.
Unless you get job wherever you work.
I don't know. I said I do think it's a hoax. And you know, it just is what it is.
What I was gonna say, even if it's a hoax, doesn't preclude you dying. You could have known going in, you're losing your life for this. Your family will be set up for the rest of their life.
So the argument was, forget being set up for the rest of your lives. It was like, well, if he was in on it, why would he agree to being killed? Right? Like the argument that I've been hearing is, if he's in on it, they wouldn't have killed him. I think the exact opposite, because now you're leaving a witness alive who could eventually turn around and say, yeah, nah, this was all planned. He's the.
You'll be okay. You'll get away. Nah.
Yeah. No, you got to be the main one we pop now. Exactly. Loose lips sink ships. Exactly. All right, let's get into some fun stuff. All right, I got this video I want to share with y'all because this is the funniest thing I saw this week, and I want to share this with y'all.
I just want to know, how did you just now see this video? I thought
it's old. No, it's old. Oh. I did. I sent this out a while ago, but it's old. But this is just funny. I'm just gonna play it one time, and I'm gonna enjoy it. 2 people fighting. Terrible fighters.
Somebody fought it. Somebody doo-doo.
Oh shit, man, what's up?
Oh, somebody doo-doo. Oh, that doo-doo. That doo-doo.
I thought that was hilarious. My man literally shit on himself in the middle of a fight, bro. And if you go back and watch the video again, you can actually see when it falls out of his shorts, bro. That is absolutely disgusting. No, the dude with the shorts on is the one who doo-dooed. No, he had so the guy who doo-dooed had a shirt on.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
How he just slipped that in. Somebody farted.
DJ Malone trying to be funny. See, this is a nothing but Niners joke. I appreciate you, DJ. I appreciate you. He said that man ate a bowl of grape nuts. Yeah, man, that's nasty. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my funny thing of the week. I wanted to bring this young lady up, and Duck G said he doesn't remember us bringing this up. I'm going to post a picture here. This headline actually pissed me off because this headline blew up, had almost 1 million retweets and shit like that, but it says, girl who got her master's degree at 14 has just earned her doctoral degree at 17. And what pissed me off about the headline is that they didn't say her name. So I'm here to let you all know that her name is Dr. Dorothy Jean Tillman II. Dorothy Jean Tillman. Now we talking. Here we go. Dorothy Jean Tillman, Dr. Dorothy Jean Tillman II. Let me put all the respect on her name.
Such an old-timey name, Dorothy Jean. And even Tillman, is she related to my man from Chicago?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I think you're thinking about Till. Emmett Till. I think you're just thinking about Till, not Tillman.
It was Emmett Till. Oh, you said
not Tillman.
Yeah, you said Tillman.
Yeah.
Is she trans? Was she trans?
What did you just say?
Was she trans 3 years ago? I'm trying to figure out how we got to the second Dorothy Chip, which even then trans with a female name. I don't know.
No, so I recently learned that women can be juniors also. I didn't know.
Yeah, because Serena's
but don't you need a junior before third? She got a kid before 17?
She's the second. So, okay, let's clear the air. I found out. No, because one is when they're alive and the other is when they pass. So usually when they pass, you go by the second. If they're alive, you're junior. It's the same generation mark.
Let me ask you something else. All right.
Oh, she's snapping.
Y'all know I'm not a junior. If I have a son and I give him the same name as my father,
he could be the second. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yes. So you can pass a name down through families and put the second or the third. And you should know that with the, I don't want to say the Booze from Virginia. You know what Boo's real name is?
No, their real name. Wait, I do know. Hold up.
But he's like the third or something like that. I'm not saying any. I don't. I'm not putting the real name out there, but there's like 3 or 4 of them. And if I'm not mistaken, Boo is like the third. If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, so it's like a reverence thing, and you can pass a name down through generations. But I wanted to commend that young lady. Shout out to her. I thought we did this a long time ago, but I'm going to give her a round of applause. She absolutely deserves it. 14 years old with a master's, 17 years old with a doctoral. Like that's a doctorate right there, y'all. And I want to say this too. Even her social media handle on Instagram is dope, right? She's so smart that her name is Dorothy Genius on Instagram, but it's with Jean, Jean. It's even witty in the name that she uses on Instagram, Dorothy Jean. So y'all go out there and follow her. She's got like 17,000 followers on Instagram, Dorothy Genius.
The first one is still alive and 77 years old, just so you know.
But it's got to be her grandmother.
So I assume.
Right. Which is why she's not a junior also. Junior is the direct descendant with the same name versus honoring the name and making them the second. And so if she has a child.
It looks like grandma was fairly accomplished.
Well, she comes from a good bloodline. She definitely comes from a good bloodline, and her Instagram page shows all of that stuff. Very proud of this young lady. I thought that we should give her props way back in like February or some shit when I wanted to do this originally. I don't know when it was. I'm lying if I say February, but it was a while ago. So I thought that was pretty cool. I do have a couple of other things that I want to share with y'all. Go ahead, G. What'd you say?
I said it earlier that Serena's daughter has Junior at the end of her name. Iman Shumpert's daughter has Junior at the end of her name. She's actually named Iman Shumpert Jr., I believe. So I was like, I just thought that was weird. You know, now we're tacking Junior on the end of, girl's name.
So no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Okay, cool.
So I shared this clip with the group. Did y'all get a chance to watch it? I want y'all to watch it, think about it. I want to get y'all's opinions on it for the podcast.
No, I usually watch it when you play it so I could, watch it for
Oh my God, I wanted y'all to put some thought into this one. All right, I'm gonna hit play anyway. It's about a minute and a half long, so I'm gonna step away while y'all listen to it. Thanks for doing the homework. I appreciate y'all. Oh shit. I didn't want this down there. Sorry. Let me cut this off. I didn't want that down there. All right, so here's the video. I'm just gonna hit. I didn't hear what? What'd you say?
I purposely didn't watch whatever you put in the group because I wanted to wait and be surprised, like live reaction.
No, but I literally said I want y'all to watch this so we can have an opinion on it live because this is so layered. This is so layered to me that I think that your perspective on it would change from the first watch to thinking about it more. And that's why I wanted y'all to think about it more. But it's cool. We still gonna do this live for the viewers out there. You guys are gonna get it real time, and maybe Duck and G will have the same reactions as y'all. I'm gonna hit play and step away real quick. Here it is. Check it out.
Can't hear it.
Why can't I? I know. Shut up, motherfucker.
Yo, G wasted no time.
God damn! Like, fuck.
You wish you could take away from me.
You go first.
See.
You wish you could take away from me.
What's one pain you wish you could take away from me?
I wish that you had the experience or experienced having a father. Having a father like I am to Corey and Blake.
Right.
And Naomi. Like, I wish that I can take that pain away from you because you never had the chance to be able to experience like having a father in the house and just those things that that daughter-father relationship is. I think that it's super dope.
Don't get emotional.
I just think it's super dope though, and I wish that you were able to experience that, and I wish that I can take that pain from you because I see that pain in you, and I also see how you look at me when I'm with the girls and how you
don't. Why do you
see,
get? Yeah, you're gonna make
you see
me cry
that type
now.
of thing. And like I said, I had a dope ass father, and I was able to experience him all through life. So if that's one pain that I can take away from you, I would want to take the pain of you not being able to have that experience with the father and to see what that looks like. Because I think it's a dope situation.
But the good in that is that I didn't stay in a cycle and I picked or married a man who is exactly opposite of that, and I get to see what it is through my kids.
That's dope. I wouldn't even thought it would have went in that direction.
I thought, like, I guess, I don't know. Initially, I was thinking physical pain, but
yeah, he went for emotional pain.
Yeah, emotional pain. I don't know. And I don't know what reaction he's expecting me to have. That's sweet of him.
Yeah, really, because I don't even think if my wife would ask me that question, I don't even know if I would have went there or anything. Like, I might have did emotional pain.
Y'all fell for it too. Okay.
Y'all fell for it too.
Y'all fell for it too. Man, so my thoughts are all over the place. When I first started it, I thought it was a dope question. What's one pain that you would take away from me if you could? Right? And usually that comes with loss. Like, oh, I remember how you felt when you lost your mom or your dog or your dad or whatever, right? Like, that's normally, like, if you ask your significant other, what's one pain you would take away from me if you could? It's going to be something emotional. I don't think it's going to be a physical pain, right? It's something that scars you and stays with you, right? Physical pain is temporary. It's going to get better or worse or whatever, but like, I know you have cancer, so, like, I wish you didn't have cancer type of shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
DJ Malone says emotional pain for me. So anyway, I thought, no, let me shut up. What were your guys' honest thoughts on this clip, just in general? You want me to play it one more time? Can I play it one more time for y'all, or no?
Get me and my feelings. I'm already getting tired. I get the gist of it. Like Doug said, I thought that was really sweet because, if my wife asked me, I would think for emotional pain, but I don't know if I would think of something like that with her father because I know she went through the same thing that the lady went through. She didn't grow up with the father. I don't know if I would have pinpointed to that, but I was just like listening to that. I was just like, wow, yo, like that's something that
you listen to you listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, like that's not.
And you felt like she had emotional pain from not having a father around.
No, I felt like that.
Y'all did see.
I felt like
this
is
maybe she's not.
I'm
leading.
still seeing the experience. I'm good. I think for him, it's bigger that she didn't have the father figure. But I think she's just like, yo, that's just life. Let's go. And let me make sure I do better for mine.
Maybe he sees it. Obviously, we don't see what their day-to-day life is. Maybe he sees it in different ways. Like he mentioned, I see how you look when, I'm playing with our daughters. So maybe he looks at it and it bothers him. Like, hey, the woman that I love didn't get to experience what I'm giving to our daughters. So maybe it I don't know. It could be, maybe it's a pain that he sees on himself being caused through that. So maybe it, like I said, it might be affecting her. Maybe it's affecting him mentally that, hey, I would love for the love of my life to experience what I get to experience with our daughters.
Duck.
Said what I had to say. I feel like he's not as bothered by it as he is.
She didn't give a fuck that her dad wasn't around. She said it. It was such a young age. I didn't know. You can't miss what you never had. So she didn't go through a pain of not having a father. It's not like she had a good father and then lost him. If you listen to her at the end of it, I didn't know my dad. I don't know what I didn't have.
She said, I made sure not, she didn't just make sure, but she said, I picked somebody that cycle with me.
That's not what she said.
She did.
She definitely said she got out of the cycle.
That's not what see, you guys, okay, hold on.
Replay
she did say
replay it. She said she got out of the cycle.
She did. But that's not, I'm talking about it equating to pain. She didn't pick him because she thought he was going to break the cycle. That was a happy fucking coincidence. It's not a cycle because I wasn't even focused on it. Okay, I got to play this again. This is why I wanted y'all to watch this shit again. Why I wanted y'all to watch it before. Because I'm about to blast this nigga. Oh, damn, I said the N-word. I try not to do that. I'm about to blast him.
Which one? The guy
him
or us?
This is the most self-serving motherfucker I've ever seen on social media before in my life. This guy right here.
Because of this video or other videos?
Because I've never seen nothing else of them. This is the only time I've ever seen them.
Before you even replay it, I agree with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wish you had the experience that I'm giving our children. It's
self-serving as shit. Some self-serving.
That was the thought I had. I was like, oh, nigga, you think shit. You think you're doing everything. I already know Nova and I, through 3 years, there's going to be some conversations with daddy fucked up. So.
Right. He's so self-serving, he propped up his own fucking father in this clip. Y'all miss this. See, this dude right here is an asshole.
I didn't miss it. I just didn't care to focus on it.
Okay, nah.
He's like, because my father's dope, you know.
First of all, I want y'all to see the caption here: the beauty of father-daughter relationships. And he starts with asking, "What pain would you take away from me?" Now she deflected. He was ready for this. This was his moment to say, "Hey, I'm the shit. I'm a great dad." And my dad was a great dad, and your white ass didn't have it. I felt like this was racially charged because he's trying to break this the what's it called? What's the word? God damn it. The stereotype of black dads. Like he's doing so much bullshit in this clip. I don't like this dude. All right, but let me shut up. I'm gonna let y'all play it, and I guarantee you, without me even elaborating anymore, y'all are gonna be like, "Yo, Mike, I see what you're saying." I guarantee it. This is why I want y'all to watch this. And think about it.
I caught some of it as when he's like, "Yeah, my dad is dope," and you know, so I was like,
"You about to catch a lot more." Here we go. I'm gonna play it one more time. Watch this.
What's the pain you wish you could take away from me?
You go first.
I wish that you had the experience or experienced having a father. Having a father like I am to Corey and Blake.
Right.
And Naomi. Like I wish that I can take that pain away from you because you never had the chance to be able to experience like having a father in the house and just those things that that daughter-father relationship is. I think that it's super dope.
Don't get emotional.
I just think it's super dope though, and I wish that you were able to experience that, and I wish that I can take that pain from you because I see that pain in you, and I also see how you look at me when I'm with the girls and how you
don't. Why do you
see?
Yeah, you're gonna make
you see that type of thing, and like I said, I had a dope ass father, and I was able to experience him all through life. So if that's one pain that I can take away from you, I would want to take the pain of you not being able to have that experience with the father and to see what that looks like. Because I think it's a dope situation.
But the good in that is that I didn't stay in a cycle and I picked or married a man who is exactly opposite of that, and I get to see what it is through my kids.
Fam. Fam, this dude set this shit up. What'd you say, Duck?
Do y'all know what pickaninny? It's like
I've heard it, but I don't.
I've heard. Why? Because of the hat?
Because she said I picked up or married.
Quick self-correction. No, but I respect her for doing that. Bro, let me tell you. The way she was sitting there and talking, she was like, bro, I never complained about not having a dad. He's like, I see that pain in your eyes. And she's like, what? She's sitting there with a smile on her face. Like, wait, what pain? If someone is talking about a pain that is serious to you, your face ain't going to be.
Yeah.
And she sat there with a smile on her face the whole time.
A strong person, and she was like, all right, well, I don't like me. I already told you I have a problem with vulnerability. So maybe she was just like, you know what, I don't want to be vulnerable. Even though she did mention you're going to make me cry, but she was like, you know what, I'm just going to hold strong. Maybe she broke down after the video. We don't know. I'm just giving it the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what goes on in their household from day to day. Maybe from his perspective, it looks like it's pain, but from what you're saying, hey, you can't miss what you never have. Like that's like my daughter with.
I grew up. Go ahead, your daughter. I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
You know the situation with your goddaughter, so it's not like she can say, hey, I miss him. Just like I don't know this dude. She knows me. Like when she hears dad or somebody asks who your dad is, I guarantee you she's gonna say my name and not his name. She can't miss what she never had. So it's not like me saying, right. Hey, I wish I could take that pain away. She don't know this dude. So it's not. There's no pain to take away from that situation.
And that's why I say that this was a self-serving, loaded question. He knew exactly what he was going to say and all the talking points he was going to get off. I know that you see how awesome I am with our kids and how awesome my dad was. It's such a dope experience. And she's sitting there like, nigga, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that because she's right. I don't think she was thinking it that way. No, I'm not going to say that she was thinking that. I shouldn't have said that. That came out the wrong way. I didn't mean that. But like, I don't think that she was even going to remotely take it there. And if you look at all the hashtags in the clip, if you don't believe it's self-serving, girl dad, what? Parenting adventures? So he knew exactly what he was going to say. He loaded this shit up. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Nah, DJ Mo, it's not. I shouldn't have said it that way. I sincerely apologize. Not for saying the word nigga, but I don't think she thought nigga what. I didn't mean it that way. But like, bro. But like all jokes aside, like you can't tell somebody that they're I got 2 dads in my life right now. And I never missed not having one of them around when I was young. I didn't have I didn't know my biological father until I was 15. That was the first time I met him. Didn't talk to him again until I was in my 20s. And the dad that I'm cool with now, whose house you've been to multiple times, I was cool with him until 6th grade. Didn't talk to him or see him again until my high school graduation. And didn't talk to him until after I got with my wife and son. You never heard me say, damn, I really wish I had a dad in my life, because life went on. You can't miss what you never had. And, I've came on here and I made fun of Duck. Like, yo,
I was about to say, you have told me how jealous, and that is the word, that you were of myself and my sisters for my dad being in the house.
Well, I was just like, yo, when is he gonna leave? Like when he went. I wish
that last conversation.
Nah, time out. Because when he went to, that was on the pod, right? That was on here, wasn't it? Wasn't that on air?
No. When we were talking about snacks and McDonald's money.
That wasn't on the air?
No.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's right. I was at my mom's house.
That shit was not on it.
Yo,
we were talking about, I'm Babby and Uncle Ken don't box. Why don't
All right, let me tell you something that I held back from that conversation.
Oh,
so
please.
When he left to the military, in my mind, he wasn't supposed to come back. And not because he wasn't supposed to make it back. It was just
That was just the gone to get milk excuse. My dad got deployed and he thought, oh shit.
He said your dad went to go get milk and lottery tickets.
Time out.
That's funny.
Time out, because I feel like an asshole. All right, so that whole we cannot replay that conversation. That would have been great for a podcast, just so you know.
Yeah.
But Duck is right.
That's a funny addition to the rest of that. That is.
But time out. If you take away Uncle Jim Lawn, he's the only one in our whole family, besides your dad, that's still there. Prove me wrong.
Okay, but there's one that would be, if not for how crazy our family is.
I'm not. Who is and who isn't? There's one in our entire family.
You're right, but I'm.
Pop.
You don't think Uncle Warren will still be around?
Is he or isn't he?
That ain't his fault.
I don't care.
And I know he
is he or isn't he?
No, he's not. But it's his fault. Like, I don't like this without the context.
And that's not the uncle I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about Uncle Mule, because it ain't his choosing.
Also, not his fault.
Is he or is he not involved?
As much as he can be. And you
is he or
he tries.
Duck, my man said, I know you look at me and the girls and wish that you had this type of relationship. Homeboy was projecting onto his white wife. And that was some bullshit. All right. I'm going to get off it. I just thought that was a bullshit clip. I thought it would be fun to talk about. I'm not going to stay on too long because we're already over the 2 hour mark.
No, I do want to go back to the uncle I asked about. Do you or do you not think that he would be around? If
1,000,000%. Both of them, by the way. Both of them.
Yes, I agree completely. Both. Absolutely. But I
1,000,000%.
I think I'm going to back to that first uncle that I mentioned more because he's not blood. I don't. Does that make sense? Like, I think because he's not blood,
absolutely.
In my head, I want to go to bat more for him.
Absolutely.
But it's also I'm closer with Uncle Mule, so I know. Just like I know. So
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 1,000,000%. I'm not even going to try to BS that or sugarcoat it or anything. You are 1,000,000%.
Okay,
right.
so set my thing aside. You are 100% right. It's just the two of them. Uncle Jim Lawn and my dad. You're right.
Yeah, and that it's a lot of men to not be there in this family. My mama got never mind. I ain't gonna.
Hey, let's end it on a good note.
I know what your mama ain't have. McDonald's money for me.
Duh, we said we're not rehashing this. We letting this go.
My bad.
And she defended herself and said, I did say those things to him. I don't know if I told you. We talked after.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
You did not tell me anything
but
about.
Okay. So we did talk. She said, I did say those things to him. And her words, when he asked you for the money, I don't know if you remember, but I paid for it. I did have it for him. It was just a comment that came out of my mouth because I didn't know how to censor myself.
I didn't know that. Because to me, again, the tab exists because of my knowledge. You were paying my way.
Right. And I don't hold on. I don't hold on to those financial things.
I know, but I know I owe you. I don't know how much it is. I know I owe you a substantial chunk of change. From our childhood.
But she did go and say, I did say those things, but it was like a verbal response, not a.
I wish the pod had heard the whole conversation because this adds more context. Right? The whole thing came back to different perspectives. You know what I mean? My perspective was, okay, your mom asked me this. She can't help me. Mike, can you? You said yes. I didn't know
we got it.
Whether she was paying, sliding the money, whatever. I just knew I was eating that night because Mike said yes.
Now, not to dump on my mom.
Perspective is crazy.
But not to dump on my mom. I've given her substantial loans that she doesn't even remember. So it could be a thing of that again also. So I'm not gonna, because going. I'm talking 3, 4, 5 grand, and she's like, "Wait, what? When?" Like, okay, never mind. We're not even gonna have this conversation. So I'm definitely not gonna argue that about McDonald's money. I'm just gonna let that go.
Back in the time when a dollar menu was still a thing. Okay, you're right.
Right. So I'm definitely not going to nitpick over that kind of shit. So G, you said you had a brighter note you want to end on before we do on our quiz.
Can we pass on the quiz? I'm trying to get in the shower, get this hair up off. You know how it is when you wash your hair and you got all this hair around your neck. But we can do it with the final thoughts. But the video that I sent in the group of the girls singing the national anthem,
I got it already pulled up. If you want me to play it,
go ahead, man.
First of all, I want you to know that I am very mad that you sent this to me.
Why?
Because of how and what it was. Oh man, I had so many more topics for us to talk on, but it's fine. Let me find it real quick. I thought I had it pulled up. It's not. That's the wrong.
Well, shoot, it ain't hard to find. It's everywhere.
No. I'm gonna take. Oh, you know what? You're right. All I gotta do is type in national anthem. It'll pop right up.
I think her name is Ingrid.
This shit is terrible. The fact that you could just type it and it pops right up. Ingrid Andress. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, I'm not sharing it yet. My bad. Do we have to listen to the whole thing or should I just fast forward to the end? It's all right. I don't care. It's cool. I'm gonna let it rock. Duck, have you seen this yet?
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, hold on.
Hold up. Did you watch the Fergie one from like 2017 when she performed the national anthem for the NBA All-Star game?
I may have. I don't remember.
They said
I'm
she
sure.
knocked Fergie off for the worst performance ever. So just keep that.
It was Roseanne Barr, but people wrote it off because she's a comedian and actress. But then Fergie took it because she's supposed to be a real pop star. But now this woman is a 4-time Grammy nominee and country singer's star.
And Mike, can I give you my thought real quick before you start? I'm like, okay, whatever. Now,
well, no, I don't. No. I don't want you to ruin it for him. I want him to experience it because if you give him, well, never mind. It's up to you. Go ahead. If you want to say it.
Go ahead.
We'll let you reply first, and then we'll get Duck's reaction. But I want y'all to pay attention to Duck's face, so I'm gonna put him up at the top of the screen. And DJ Malone, no need to apologize, bro. I saw this here, and if you want to talk, bro, hit me up. Like we'll talk. We can do some trauma talk. Yeah, absolutely.
No reason to apologize for that at all.
At all. That's why we do these shows. And if we have this conversation that Duck wants to have, that
I would love to have. We gotta find a way. We gotta find some more to add to. Do we want to call it bonded trauma?
It's not trauma. It's not trauma bonding.
I don't really feel like it was. I didn't feel like either of us was really trauma. I feel like it was just.
It's just relatable issues. It's really just relatable issues is what it comes down to. That's all. So, all right, y'all ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do this. I want y'all to just lock in on Duck's face though. So.
Oh, say, can you see?
I'm like, okay, cool.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed by the twilight's
I'm
not
still
at by.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
I'm still like, okay, cool. This is when it started taking the nosedive for me.
That our flag was still there.
Even the crowd.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
So my thoughts was I was actually in the kitchen getting something to drink. I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay, sounds like the typical. Mind you, just because quick tangent, just because you're a singer doesn't mean that you're a vocalist. You know, you got your Macy Grays, you know, you got people that don't hit high notes, but they can carry a tune. So I'm like, okay, you know, 4-time Grammy nominee. Doesn't sound like a vocalist, but she might be able to carry a tune. As I'm pouring the glass of juice, when she got to that part, I'm like, this sounds kind of bad. And then,
which part?
Oh, right where I said,
or the ramparts we watch.
That's when I started noticing. I'm like, yo, she don't sound too good. I'm like, is she supposed to be a 4-time Grammy nominee? So I didn't pay much else attention to it. And I started seeing the reactions on social media. And I actually retweeted one that said, yo, I thought I was the only one who thought this performance was not as good as it could have been. And like the next day she came out and said on social media that she was drunk and she's checking herself into rehab. This was the thing that actually wanted to propel her to get the help that she needs. So I'm like, okay, if this is rock bottom, at least she wasn't drunk in the parking lot or, you know, passed out outside somewhere. It just, now your lowest point in life is on the internet forever.
I had two thoughts. I had two primary thoughts. One, who is her manager or whoever is in her circle, and they know what you're actually capable of, and why would you let this happen if you're supposed to care about this woman? Two, was she under the influence or something? Those are my two main thoughts. With the second one being the primary, this must be, I thought it was some sort of drug, but I'll accept drunk.
See, no, do not accept drunk, because drunk people be singing their ass off.
Oh, whenever I get drunk, like I'll put my earbuds in, I'll be the music, and like my daughter don't know what's going on. She just know I'm dancing, singing,
daddy grooving,
get up and dance with me. Yeah.
No. Drunk me is lit.
Watch Paw Patrol down there.
Drunk me is lit. Ask G and anybody that was at his wedding reception. I be on it, bro. Like I'm Luther Vandross in the shower, bro. Like I'm crazy with it, right? But drugs,
bro.
All right,
speaking of drugs, someone said meth.
I don't believe she was drunk. I think she was high off of something.
They called her meth, METH, man, meth it, man, ma'am. Yo, I was cracking up, yo. Like just clicking on that hashtag and just all the hilarity ensued, man. But this was really bad. And it's funny, people was like, yo, Fergie can rest. And you know how bad you gotta be to knock Fergie off? I was just like, this poor girl, yo. Oh my God.
That is hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, but like that shit was terrible. But
it was.
It is what it is, man. Oh man, that was horrible. All right. G don't want to do we're not gonna do final thoughts. We don't need to do final thoughts. We want everybody to be well. We want all of y'all to be blessed out there. G doesn't want to do the quiz either, so we'll just wrap this thing up here. Not trying to throw G under the bus, you know, but we are over our 2-hour mark. So that's cool. I have a lot of fun doing these shows, man. And like I said, I have a lot of fun playing them back. So I hope you guys do it as well. Go back and listen to it. I do have a question for you though.
All right.
It's one of the quiz questions. Vitaly Klitschko. Do y'all know who that is?
Of course I don't.
Y'all don't know who the Klitschko brothers are? The boxers, heavyweight boxers. They both had titles at the same time, wouldn't fight each other.
Sound familiar, but no. I'm not putting a face with it.
All right, that was a famous one. I thought I was going to get y'all. I was going to ask y'all what year he was born in honor of our quizzes. But if y'all don't know who he is, then I won't do it. I won't do it then. I'm trying to find a popular person whose birthday was today and see if y'all can at least guess the year. Okay, how about this one? Y'all know football players. Yeah. Well, no, it's not going to be a quiz. I just want to see which one of y'all get closest to it, and then we out of here. Today is 49ers left tackle Trent Williams' birthday? What year do y'all think he was born?
Is he a current or?
Okay, never mind. Never mind. If you don't know, it's okay. He doesn't know who Trent Williams is. I won't even waste time with it. It's okay.
I know who Trent Williams. Okay. But I know who Trent Williams is.
What year would you have said, Duck?
I was between 79 and 82. I was in 82. Like I was like that.
He's a current. Trent Williams is a current player. You thought he was born in 79? What the fuck are you saying?
He's
All right,
old.
That's
He's
why
old as fuck. I know he's older than me.
Duck,
But
how old would he be if he was born in 79?
I like my 80. Give me 82 to 84. I'll take 80. Okay, 83. Trent
So
Williams,
you think
he been in the league a minute. He wasn't always with y'all.
I was born in 83. I'm 40 years old.
That nigga's old. Okay, so he's a few years older than you. Okay, 86. I know he's older than me, Mike.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. We're not doing this. No quiz today.
Wait,
Listen,
let me ask you
man.
this. Was
We
the was Washington, was the Commanders the only team he was with before y'all, or was he with another team before?
Yes, he was with the Commanders. They found out he had the cancer shit in his head, and the
No, I
Commanders kept
remember
saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. Go play."
I
And then he was
remember
like,
that.
"Fuck this. I'm retiring because y'all don't care about me." Then he came out of retirement. Niners traded for him, and he's currently on the Niners
But
roster,
the
and he's
Commanders
ranked
are the only team he was with.
the Redskins. He never played for the Commanders.
Well, I do want to say the one.
Okay, well then
But
yes, that guess is older because I thought he was with. For some reason I thought he might have been with the Browns before he was with them, so they drafted him. Okay,
You know why you're thinking about the Browns? See that you
Joe
got football
Thomas.
in your brain.
Joe
Yes,
Thomas.
it was a constant debate between who was the best left tackle between Trent Williams and Joe
They
Thomas.
were and Joe Thomas was old as fuck. So Joe Thomas is out. He retired from the Rams, right? He better be
He
retired.
retired.
By now. Is he still playing?
Yes,
I was about to say.
he's long retired.
So I think Trent Williams in my head just sort of took the mantle of old ass
I get that.
offensive tackle.
Yeah, I get it.
So okay, what year was Joe Thomas born? Am I crazy for thinking early 80s? Is that really that crazy? If that's literally what you connected the dots for me. And
Joe
neither
Thomas
of
was born in-
neither of these are my teams.
Joe Thomas was born in 84.
Okay. And I initially said 82. I don't
And you
think
said-
that's that crazy.
Okay.
don't
If
think
you
that's-
tie them together, I'm not mad at that. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to say, G? Before we get out of here.
Just some food for thought since we're not doing final thoughts. This was in my head from my coworker who was, I always go to him for different stuff because he's, older. He's retiring soon. So I always pick his brain about different stuff. And he overheard us, on the phone with the loan officer. And he was talking to me about, his first house and all the other stuff and just, making sacrifices in general. And he was saying that to achieve what you want, regardless of what that thing is, what are you willing to give up to achieve that goal? So just a food for thought for you guys and the audience. If there's something that you really want to do, what is it that you're willing to give up to, get to that goal?
Good food for thought, guys. We're going to get up out of here, man. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Leave a comment. Tell somebody else about us. We got a lot more coming to you guys very soon. Hopefully, it won't be 2 or 3 weeks.
Comment, share, subscribe.
All that shit right there. We out of here, man.
All of it.
Peace.